Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Intellectual Boys Podcast. We're on the verge of losing our insanity. Let's get this underway.
Losing our insanity.
You're such an.
We're gonna start with Dar's topic of deep fakes.
What? Okay, here we go.
That's right.
So deep fakes. It's when AI is used to create videos of celebrities and very important people, and it is, I think, it's pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? It's so much power in the hands of one person to create a video of like a president or another important figure saying like some stuff that he didn't actually say, and then
But I thought you
spread
said
it
was
to
an
the
AI,
world.
though.
Yeah, well, it's a person programming the AI.
Okay.
Wait.
The person necessarily isn't directly doing it.
Yeah, well, the person
Darn,
can
an
tell.
AI is artificial
Ah!
intelligence.
The person can tell what the AI needs to say.
Wait, what kind of video? Wait, they could just make up a random video? I'm confused.
Yeah, okay.
What do you?
Like
Oh my god.
the AI takes images of the person, right?
Yeah.
And recreates mouth movements for
It
specific
like puts
words
someone
and
else's
stuff.
face onto someone else accurately.
Oh, wait, what the
pretty
heck?
much.
Accurately, yeah.
Why are we doing this?
Why?
Pretty
Cause it's cool.
Just to,
Yeah, dude, you have to get more content, dude.
it's just, I don't know. It's
not-
just like photoshopping images, dude.
It's
just to get
it's
attention.
video Photoshop. It's video Photoshop.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know why
it's-
we're wasting our time with, like, doing stuff like this in the real world, you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
We
Why
should do
wouldn't
What do
you?
you mean? It's
We be doing other stuff. Like, people could be making other stuff.
Like what, Vincent? Like what?
I don't know, dude, flying cars?
Oh,
hey, maybe they're experimenting with this to uncover something else.
Yeah.
Like
you need to
what?
take
Okay, but
smaller
okay.
steps.
But what is that gonna
Yeah,
lead
do the big
into?
one.
wasn't built in a day, Vincent.
What is that gonna lead into?
It's only to more content for
Well-
me to watch on YouTube.
I think that's the dumbest thing
That's
we're
not right.
Videos where
Wait,
you
Dar,
just
why
use-
can you not answer Dar's or Vincent's question?
what is
Yeah,
the question?
Why are we doing this?
Why?
Yeah, what's the point?
I actually don't know why.
Too
I
much
thought you.
YouTube.
I thought you had the topic. Actually.
I know. I'm saying it's bad. I don't know why we're doing it. We should stop.
Oh, okay.
But it's not.
Oh,
me,
we're
'cause
doing
like
it
you
just
said,
to
it's the
flex?
AI.
No, but we're making this AI to do it just to flex? Is that just
But
is this
listen,
just a term
listen.
to
You
flex?
give the AI
It's
some
just to get
stuff.
attention, dude.
The
It's just-
AI
it's like
evolves.
propaganda.
It's in its nature.
It's
So
a
not-
it's a machine learning AI, dude.
So yes, it's evolving on its own.
And also, it
So
is
it's not
somewhat
even that a
used
person
in a
programmed
different
it to do
market.
that necessarily.
A person.
What do you
hey,
mean? Someone did.
there had to be someone to create it first.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no. No, you're saying I'm. That's not even the point of what we're talking about. What do you mean? Like
Okay.
we're
so
talking about.
Dark keeps putting it back to, oh, this guy is continuously programming this AI.
No,
But
no, I'm
saying
not.
Are you
Dar,
saying
Dar
that
is
any?
contradicting himself on the same topic.
What?
Wait,
because
but you're saying.
It's
Wait,
saying
hold
that
on.
it's already
No,
AI.
You're saying that
What
anything
the-
that results from AI wasn't his original intended purpose.
No, we've seen that with the Google and Facebook
Everything.
AIs.
You are so dumb.
I'm
You
saying.
mean when someone programs something,
I'm saying that
when
the
someone programs
videos.
something with machine learning, they don't intend for something to happen.
No, they
Or,
don't
like, I
feel
mean-
like something for it to evolve in a certain way.
So they
We've seen it
really
time and
didn't
time
want this
again
to
with
be.
Google and
They
Facebook
really didn't
AIs.
want deepfakes to be a thing, and this was a you saying this like a byproduct.
Well, I mean, we don't know what the true intentions were. But I'm
Yeah, we
saying
do,
it's a
don't we?
possibility.
What the
Yeah,
heck?
we do.
What is it used for? It's used for bad stuff,
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's what Dar said. Dar just said
and
this.
coincidentally,
Just
it
like-
gets a lot of views. So I don't know.
They just
That's exactly what it's made. It's makes money.
Well, as I say, it's pretty good. It got a good. Then it's doing its job.
Okay,
Okay.
but
For the creator,
is it ethical?
yeah, it's not it.
it's
Thank.
not.
I'd like
Well,
to
who
think-
cares?
No, but it
what
doesn't
is
matter, though,
Photoshop?
no.
That's one. If they did that,
What do you
of
mean?
you and
Photoshopping
your face was
ethical?
on a
Listen,
video. That
It's
That's
the
not
same thing.
even-
It's the same argument for Photoshop.
It's so
Yeah, that's the same
convincing.
argument. Yeah, that's the same argument for Photoshop.
Exactly.
Like, okay, listen, you guys, we watch videos all the time on YouTube of people making video edits. It's basically the exact same thing. People misconstrue the stuff and upload it.
And we all give him crap for it.
Okay?
What
then
the
just-
heck? No,
So-
you laughed really hard
You
at it because it's
laughed?
hilarious.
No,
Because it's honestly hilarious.
no, but
Like
it's
the pizza
meant to
time
be
video.
funny. This isn't meant to be funny. There's
What
a
do you mean?
difference.
What do you mean?
this
What
like
if all the videos we watch are meant to be funny, but we still laugh at it?
no, but this. Wait, what are you? I thought we were talking about like YouTube poops or something, dude.
No.
Wait, we could be. What do you mean?
I mean-
Yeah, exactly.
Deepfakes aren't made for humor.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If it's made for humor,
Yeah,
that's
then what
fine.
are all right? It's made for stuff, right?
It's made for attention.
Humor is subjective.
Then what is entertainment?
All
If we
right.
can't make stuff for
What
entertainment,
the-
why do we make
I
movies?
feel like
Why do
we're
we make
drifting
videos?
a bit too far from the
That's
original.
fine.
No,
That's
it's
fine.
dumb.
This is a better question.
What the?
This is a better question, dude.
What
Yes,
is
entertainment's
humor? Is the real
subjective, but, like,
question.
It's obvious when someone's trying to make something funny. Can you not agree with that? Like,
Okay, whether it being humor or not, it's still entertainment. People watch
Yeah.
sad stuff for entertainment. That's not the point, Vincent.
hang on.
Stupid.
Wait, but what was the other one we just said? For humor is different than entertainment, right? Entertainment isn't always good, all right. Well, now what you can say?
What are you even saying
Humor
anymore?
also isn't always good. What's your point? They're like hand in hand.
Wait, you guys are dumb. Like, wait.
What?
I thought
Deep.
we're-
What?
if people make these for the same reason someone would make a movie. It's
To
like,
entertain.
wait, what?
Oh, it's a server for. Okay, no.
Entertainment.
Here's
money.
the possibilities for deepfakes, right? Because you're making important figures do like
Do anything you want, basically.
That's called the media.
anything you
John.
want.
The media already does that. So saying that this is the first instance is like
hey, but this
I
is
can't-
like you're creating
can't.
videos.
Yeah, you
So
can't.
No,
So-
you're creating
so
videos
people-
of the person.
So journalists creating articles of basically doing the same thing without the video or whatever, right? But they say something and they can claim it, and millions of people are gonna read it just because they know they don't want to actually read the article. They want to read the headline.
But
There's
no,
no
deepfakes.
No, this is
Deepfakes are
different.
creating.
There is a
Deepfakes are
difference.
creating fake evidence
Yeah.
that
Like-
people like.
Here's the
I
difference,
guess,
right?
Yeah.
An article can headline like with the whole PewDiePie thing. They can just say like, "Oh my God, PewDiePie's a fan of Hitler," and then they show that one bit, but they don't show the whole video. This like thing that Dar's talking about, it could literally show PewDiePie with like a Nazi hat, like saluting Hitler or something.
No,
That's
but
fake evidence.
no,
this-
that
then the
same
media
thing can
can
be
just-
done with articles.
Yeah, wait.
It's
you
on
see
the
that
person.
everywhere. What do you?
It's
I
on
mean-
the person to actually do the research and find out what actually is true and what isn't. There's no difference whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm saying like it's the same thing as in a video. It just might not be as accurate. It might look more realistic in a deepfake, but the intention is all the same and the meaning's the same. Then.
Okay.
The main purpose is to mislead people without the context of what previously happened. It's the exact same thing. If you fall for it, that sucks for you because you didn't do the research. That's
Smart.
modern media
I mean-
today, and that's how it's always been.
It might be unethical, like to do it, but so is like half the other stuff on the internet.
So why are people scumbags? It's the actual question.
Because that's just the world we live
That's
in.
how
money's
they make
good.
money. That's how they make money.
So the way you gotta take it,
They
it's
want
just more
money.
content for the internet. Do your research. That's what we learn.
All right. Since now it's not gonna take the candle, I guess I'll do it.
What do you
We're
do,
moving
John?
on to
I
moving on
wanna
to
watch
James's
this video.
topic,
I
dude.
want to watch this
Wait,
video
mine?
that
Yours
Doug
is
said,
next.
but I kind of we can't.
Oh, mine's next. Oh shoot, I didn't look at
Yeah.
that. All right, here we go. So who here doesn't know who Serena Williams is?
I do not.
Okay, easy clap. She's a she's a famous tennis player, right? I'm assuming she's black, right? So there was
Assuming.
I can't right because I don't want people to be like, oh my god. dude,
Yeah,
I was-"
she's
right.
African American.
So they're playing a tennis game, and then I think she did like a foul or something, and then she messed up. She lost like a point, and then she broke her racket, right? So then this is the dude ref was like, "Hey, that's like you're not supposed to do that." So she like got taken off a point, and then she started complaining that she believes that if a male would have done that, if like a white person would have done that, then they wouldn't have gotten a point marked off. And she kept harassing him for like an apology, and then because she kept harassing him, she lost the game, and then she got really upset at that. And she's saying that she's trying to stand up for the black community, and such. So
Was the video
just-
titled?
was she right to do that, or do you think like
No.
I mean, I haven't seen the
No.
video, but that sounds like an overall outburst.
Oh,
of
yeah,
emotion.
it began because like the coach was like giving hand motions to her in the audience, and it's illegal for a coach to like coach during a game. So she got called out for that too. And she was claiming that she did in her entire life to get there.
So I mean, I
But
guess
then the-
sucks for her. She was just put in a bad situation. She didn't react in a professional way.
Yeah, it's unlucky.
Yeah, and then later the coach like he admitted that he was coaching her in the crowd. So people
Oh,
say
so-
she's lying,
So
even though she.
confirmed cheat.
I don't think she was lying though. Is the thing. I genuinely think that she didn't know he was like doing that. I thought he was like
But
maybe
what
she
if
just
she
like
did
misread
though?
it.
What like how easy would it just be like? Oh,
Yeah,
I
How
you
can
can't-
you
looked at
tell?
it.
How can you tell?
Yeah, like,
Well-
you can just be like, oh well, like I just never looked at it, and then like it's just up to like the entirety of the community to be like, we take her word
Hey.
for it.
I
You
mean,
can't
her
do
track
that.
record's pretty good. I
Pretty
think.
sure the coach like knows the rules, right? Because he's a coach.
Yeah.
And the ref is literally the law of the sport.
So the person that won this, when they were getting the award, the crowd was booing her. What do you think about that?
Like,
Like they were
just
booing her
sports,
Really?
because.
just dumb.
Well, did the
Yeah,
crowd
it's
know all
just
the details you're
sports.
telling us now?
Yes, well they were at the game.
No, I mean,
Pretty
but did they
sure
see
all
the
of them
coach
are
do
just
all this?
arena
Did they see,
field
like,
fans.
Okay, so what they didn't know is that the coach was like admitted to coaching in the crowd. He didn't admit to that yet, but everything else that happened, they saw it. Like they saw her
Right.
break her racket, they saw her abusing the ref, and they still booed the woman.
Plus,
that
yeah,
won.
you also got to take into consideration Serena Williams is the more popular one out of the two.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
of course,
isn't
if
she,
she's
like-
losing, the crowd's gonna
I
they're
mean,
gonna start booing.
No,
the
but
other
as
person.
this chick was getting the award, do you think they would have
Yeah.
booed if like this didn't happen?
no.
Probably not. No.
Mm,
Because
Exactly.
if you think about it, right? Same thing with video games and some of the professional leagues, you know, people go crazy if their favorite thing does like if their favorite
Yeah.
like athletic
Hey.
figure doesn't like get some kind of
KSI
prize,
Logan Paul.
right?
Hey,
So
Well-
I mean, and like you said, she was the more popular of the two that were playing. So a lot of people probably played that match to see her win, right?
Yeah.
So not seeing your favorite athlete, especially the most popular one, in that match, like lose, I mean, people are gonna be toxic, Vincent.
I mean, I don't know. I think it was wrong of them to boo either way. Even if the coach was being okay, let's say the coach was actually being racist, right? And she didn't do anything wrong.
wait.
Do you think the crowd has a right to boo? Like at the person that's getting the award?
Free speech. They can do whatever they want, Vincent.
Okay, but ethically should
well,
they?
I mean,
Ethically,
if they were
doesn't
allowed,
matter though. It's free speech. What like whether something is racist or not. I mean, should there be punishments? Yes, but I mean, you can't really limit free speech that much because then at that point, it's no longer free.
I'm just saying ethical. I'm not saying you're not allowed to boo, but like
Wait.
you're not.
So is this a sexism issue or racism issue?
I think this is a. I can't
thought it
tell.
was
She was
sexism.
claiming both. She was claiming race and sex.
Because I know what's it called. After the whole thing too, she went on like, what's it called, press conference and stuff where she was like talking about, and then her and like other tennis players were talking about how like if a man were to do the thing she would have done, they would have gotten off with like a warning, and like I know there's also like I've gotten like videos recommended to me where it's like male tennis players like taking off their shirt, like just cursing out the ref, and like they don't get in trouble, and I think that's what she was trying to relate it to. From
I
what
think-
I thought it was a sexism thing.
I saw a lot of people saying that too, and that it was what she was claiming. But the thing is, she didn't look at the coach. The coach is known for being strict. So, and his
Yeah.
track record shows that. Like he's done that to male players and female players. So it's just
Oh,
ignorance.
then she assumed that the coach was sexist.
Hey, exactly. That's sexist. No, but I think
Uh.
it's her fault. Like I don't. Then now the coach is getting harassed like online because people actually believe what Serena's saying.
Serena needs to like speak up about this, like say, "Hey, chill," or I don't know. Maybe she doesn't want to do that, right? She wants to
Well,
ignite the fire. For the
Yeah,
arg-
she's most likely gonna stand behind her opinion.
I mean, I don't
Listen,
know.
at the end
Oh,
of the
this is just
day,
a bad case of ignorance.
who cares? It's gonna dissolve in like 2 days.
It's
That's just the
already,
internet.
It's already dissolving, dude.
It already
It's like-
has, yeah.
Yeah, it already happened a while back. It's not
So-
a huge thing.
Easy.
Resident slave.
Doesn't matter. People can do what they want.
We could say, who cares about anything?
basically.
Sounds so ignorant.
All right, so Esteban,
Yeah.
you have another topic. Yeah?
Yes, I do. I wanted to talk about.
Do you want to share it? And while we're
Yeah,
at it,
I was
too,
just about to actually.
Stop.
wait. I want to add in though. While we're at it too, we'll probably just add in James because I mean, it's like it kind of relates to it.
Yeah, let us one go first though, because
Yeah.
he's already talking.
I wanted to talk about if or laws can keep up with today's internet technology or whatever. And
Elaborate.
like basically like, can we make up or like can we use not necessarily like making up laws, but can we use like already like in place like rules, I guess, of society to handle these like situations where like with like
No.
technology and stuff. Like,
No,
Shut.
everyone would be arrested by now.
It just depends on how strict they be with it.
I mean, yeah, you can be like China strict and like block
Yeah.
everything, or you can be.
Or you can be like the British with the Navigation Acts.
I hate history. That's a topic for another day, though.
Also,
I don't think.
adding
I
on to
think
that-
S1's saying like if the
Oh.
internet, like, I don't think it. I mean, I don't think laws can keep up with the internet. If that's what you were asking, right?
I feel
I
like
feel
what
like-
they can do, they can like set like a foundation, but they can't get like too specific. Like,
What do you mean?
I don't think they'll be able to get too specific because then it can be turned into something else.
I mean,
Like, go on.
I see what you're saying. Like, you know, like basically just kind of have like guidelines instead of more like laws, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the problem with that though is that internet is not just like one thing, right? It's intertwined. So it's like, let's say the U.S. makes some changes to that. It's not only going to affect the U.S. It's going to affect everybody else.
Yeah.
Well,
Like it when I think about that, what S1's saying, I think of like the whole net neutrality thing, where like we had net neutrality, but then they got rid of it, but yet nothing's changed. Nothing like major has changed. So I don't know. Adding on to that though, I wanted to get your guys' opinion on what's going on in the EU right now, because EU has just passed Article 13, which basically just it's gonna implement a copyright filter onto pretty much anything that gets posted, and if you get caught publishing copyrighted stuff, you'll get fined.
how does that work? Can you like? I kind of know what you're talking about, but I kind of don't. Like,
Does
so
it-
if I see like a video online, I'm not allowed to repost it.
basically, like, does it attach an ID to like everything posted now? Then
I'm not sure. EU's weird, dude.
That's like,
I don't know what the
it's-
EU's doing. Hey, EU,
Like-
stop it.
Like one of the big things like on Reddit and stuff, it's like it's called the meme war because basically you won't be able to post memes anymore
Yeah,
unless
because
it's
it's
like
all the
You
all
can't
that
make
stuff is
repetitive
copyrighted.
Yeah.
yeah.
how are they gonna keep track of the original source? Like, I think that's be kind of hard. It's gonna spread like wildfire. If we're talking about memes, no one knows like how a joke originated, like who
Yeah,
made
we
it.
do.
Actually,
Really?
It's
Yeah,
pretty easy to
yeah,
do research and
yeah.
instant.
All right, Thanos car.
Wait, isn't
Who found it?
No, it won't go to who found it. It's probably just gonna go to whoever like actually owns the Thanos car.
Yeah, it's gonna go to like.
It'll be known as his
Oh,
property.
is that how it works? So if I take a picture of a car, I'll get fined.
Well, no, because you.
Well, no,
you'd
it's
be the
not,
original
you don't live in the
photographer.
EU?
Yeah, and we
No,
don't-
I'm
it's
just
not
saying
gonna-
I'm just saying if I lived in the EU.
I
Oh
think
my God.
you wouldn't because you would be the original photographer, so it's technically
Yeah.
your work.
So okay, but how are we gonna find the person that took the picture?
No, because it's your picture.
Nah, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh.
Do you know
Well,
who
it's
took
not
that
a
picture?
mystery. It's not
Well,
a mystery, right?
I'm just saying it's incredibly hard to keep track of this kind of stuff.
No. Well, with this
Isn't there like
today's technology,
like-
it's pretty easy to keep
Is
track
there a
of.
site called like Know Your Meme where it tells you where memes
Yeah, I
come
was gonna
from?
say it's not that
Yeah.
hard.
Okay, that's fair.
And on top of that, picture like format, which is like the most common ways that memes are spread, is like, you know, they just use clips or like photos from already popular stuff like Star Wars or like comic books or whatever.
That's
So
true.
like that original source is already copyrighted by that company. So them making like funny images out of them is bad.
So do you guys
Uh,
agree with this? Like the article?
No.
No, because it limits freedom. Then
Well,
again, it's EU, but
Too bad.
Does it? Like,
Yeah.
it
this is
might.
copyrighted
you can't post
material
it
we're
on
talking
the
about
internet.
here.
Yeah.
Well,
Too-
should that be allowed in the first place?
to try to
Should you be allowed to
regulate
post
it.
whatever you want,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
even if it's
there's a reason
copyrighted
we
from
have the
somebody?
normal stuff, and then there's a reason there's deep web stuff, and even further than that, the dark web stuff. So
Should anyone have the power to control what we put on there?
no.
Like, do you think it should just be
Well,
free?
no.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you can't regulate an intertwined system that like involves so many like different factors and communities, right?
Like you could use the same like argument for like a library. Would you deny someone the access to a library?
Well,
It's like yeah,
if
it's
they
like
break a
saying,
rule in the
I mean,
library, then yeah,
you got to
can.
get a card to get in the library, right?
Yeah.
You have an agreement.
Same goes for the internet. You have to find some sort of device to go on the internet.
Well, it's easier to get on the internet than it is to get into a library.
but what if you go to the library to get on the internet, Vincent?
Well, hey, if you have no internet access, then that's not my problem. But there's no, I don't know. The internet's,
Okay.
like, it's dangerous, dude.
I mean, because
It's gonna-
my main thing is just like we learned this, right? Like it's already been documented. The one and only civilization to ever have a thriving like society from total anarchy is the internet, right? And that's not even like
Yeah.
like a full civilization. It's just like a virtual one.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna try to regulate stuff that people aren't gonna follow anyways?
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, it doesn't. It's no excuse for not trying, though.
I mean, yeah, I think, yeah, it seems like, yeah, people aren't even trying. Like, I'm sure if people wanted to regulate something on the internet, they could, but
But okay,
no one's
but,
really
they have to
bothering.
but
take
you're
into
saying a
consideration the
government
internet.
versus like billions of people.
Yeah.
How?
I mean, isn't that what's happening right now?
Yeah, they won't stand a
Yeah.
chance.
Hey, but
There's gonna
these
like,
billions of people live in governments or like states
Speak-
with governments, right?
Speaking
Yeah.
about
That's
what
only
Nano
like a
just
couple
said,
thousand.
like one of the like there's a lot of things going on right now, like people trying to figure out ways how to get around it, and it's like a new way of getting around it, or they're like proposing is you just draw the meme instead by hand.
Yeah,
Hey, that works, dude.
Exactly.
but
There's
it's
always
you're-
gonna be another way around.
but the
So you're
origins of the
saying,
image
like-
are still copyrighted though, so it's like
Well, another thing you can do, right, is what Creative Commons licenses.
Oh, well, that doesn't restrict your.
Yeah, it doesn't restrict, but like,
Oh, you're saying to like
like
combat the article, right?
But I mean, the thing is, though, is that a lot of the memes, right? Like, let's say, for
yeah, a lot of the things are already copyrighted.
let's say example like comic memes or movie memes, right? Like,
Mm.
like Thanos. That's not under your Creative Commons license, right? So you're
Yeah, it's
basically
not.
taking someone else's work, but the thing is, like, it's not meant to already kind of be like distributed in that way. But in the Creative Commons license, you know, you have to go out of your way and do that. And let's say a movie and then everything else starts uploading stuff like that, right? Now that
Mhm.
creates a whole other problem of, well, now they can't really make any money off of it because now anyone can re-upload it.
If we put laws on the internet, so do you think people would purposely break the laws if we put them on the internet just for the sake of breaking them?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a lot of people
absolutely.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay, follow-up question. Do you think that's the same thing with laws right now, like actual laws?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why do we have them?
To an extent.
Because most people, well,
It's like what
I mean, you can do whatever you want, but should you? It's just the moral stuff.
See, because, like, yeah.
It's like No Country for Old Men. The,
I mean, also on
the
top
laws
of
are
that-
there
also
to
on-
assure you safety.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But I would also say, like, I mean, if one country tries to regulate the laws for for internet, you know, again, it's not just affecting their country. So it's like, You know, let's say Australia makes some laws for the internet, right, and it ends up affecting the U.S. You think the U.S. is gonna follow that?
Yeah, no way.
Exactly. You can't regulate the world.
All right, let me ask something else then. This is kind of unrelated, but kind of not at the same time. I think we talked about this in Capstone one time. So it was like the law, like obviously, if you kill somebody, you're gonna like like you're gonna go to jail, right? But
You will get punished.
people were saying that like if that wasn't a law anymore, does that mean I'm gonna go out and kill somebody because it's not a law anymore? People are saying that if somebody actually wants to kill somebody like that badly, then whether it's a law or not, they're gonna do it. So,
Yeah.
like, so people were saying that the law's kind of pointless if they're gonna do it anyways.
If there's a will, there's a way.
So what's the point of the law then?
That's what I'm saying. You can't.
It's just a reminder.
Despite trying to make regulations for the internet, no one's gonna want to do it because they really want to do whatever they want to do.
So why do we have laws then? We'll get rid of all of them.
You really want to do that?
Has anyone tried?
Probably.
We should, who wants to risk it?
I mean, if the internet is the
Crazy.
first documented society to run on full anarchy, that means there has to have been other civilizations that have failed to run off of anarchy.
I want to see that.
So I'm gonna say yes, people have probably tried, and it failed terribly. If the internet's the first.
Yeah. Like what you guys have read? What's that one book called? I forgot. It's like the Boys on the Island.
Oh,
Lord
Lord
of
of the
the
Flies?
Yeah. That one.
Oh, we saw what happened. Oh, okay, I see what you're
Yeah.
saying. Eh.
So for our next topic, we're gonna go to James. Also, I'd like to point out, Esteban,
Wait,
thank
I
you for
just finished.
contributing to the conversation.
I just.
Yeah, I was printing something. I didn't want it to sound through.
I understand.
Alright.
All right, James.
Wait. I think we should move on to Dars because it like goes in hand with what we just talked about.
What?
Do you really want?
What?
I can move on.
Wait, but James, you wanted to talk about this.
Yeah, hey,
Alright,
Yeah, come on,
alright,
James.
it's-
we're running
alright,
out of. This is where we started running out of
it's a
topics, by the way.
It's a far transition, but it's about colleges. Now, the other day we received a presentation, basically just telling us like what we need to make sure we do before our senior year, or like during high school, and then they also showed us some statistics about people, or just about how competitive these colleges can really get. And I just want to know everyone's opinion, if there any expectations or views about colleges have changed, or if they like realize something different.
I'm still gonna go
Okay.
to college.
Yeah, so first off, we're all still going, right? Like,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
I hope.
Yeah, I hope, yeah. No, but the thing that scared me was Miss Creedon's story about the kid trying to get into UCI. How he had like a higher than a 4.0 GPA and he had pretty good SAT scores, but like he didn't get in because like apparently he didn't try twice or something for the SAT. I was like, it was a monkey S for me. Like I don't know. If you couldn't
maybe.
get UCI's acceptance rates is pretty high compared to other schools, like hard to get into
But
schools.
to be
But
fair, I'm pretty sure if even that kid took it twice, if someone else had the exact same thing as them but then had took it 3, they would have kicked him off from the curb either way because, like, with so many people applying to those schools, they're trying to get rid of all of them so they can be like, okay, you can be accepted, you can be accepted. It's like, heck, we're running out of people that we can accept. All right, how can we come up with reasons to, like, not accept anyone else? 'Cause,
Yeah.
they've reached the maximum.
dude, I don't even know what I want to do with my life yet. So
I think the presentation really just like made everyone like realize how
Oh,
it's not easy to like people are like
just
picking,
say
right?
just say
People are like being
whatever you want to
choosy
say.
over what colleges they want to get to, but like, are you even going to be accepted to any in the first place? But I think the main thing is the takeaway is like to hope that you get accepted to one.
I'm pretty sure the main takeaway is
Just
if
the
you put in the
bullying.
effort.
Well, yeah, but
there's
what
a
does
better
effort mean
chance
if
you'll
like
get in.
effort doesn't mean anything, James?
That is not true at
Esteban,
all.
wait, hang on.
Effort means
Esteban's right.
No,
No,
because
it-
No.
you calculate for the G for the A through G requirements, so it doesn't even matter like what the other ones are.
There are most colleges now like that are purposely accepting those of different ethnicities, even if they're dumber, just to show that they have ethnic diversity.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
come
so
on,
cool.
bruh. I'm trying to get into college. It's already as hard as it is.
Listen, I here am a minority.
Yeah,
So-
Nano, we good.
Yeah, we good.
Wait, Hispanics are not a minority, or like
Hey,
not in colleges. If
I
anything,
think they
no,
are.
It's
They
it's, it's
are.
gonna be
They
like
are.
white people and black people, definitely. There
You
are
say
like
white
so
people?
Yes.
How are
What?
If
they
you look at
minority?
Wait,
at
as
the
a
total
minority?
attendance of UCs, you'll see Asians and Hispanics.
Then I'm good.
Yo!
I'm gonna
Alright,
get
I
in
guess
right
I'm going
away.
to the east side. You know.
Well,
That's
yeah,
all
exactly.
I
No,
can
it's
do.
different
let
here
me
because
just
there's
go
a
to
bunch of
East
Mexicans.
Coast.
Yeah, no, exactly. There's a bunch of like people from Mexico here, or like a bunch of like Spanish speakers here. But then on the east side, it's different, and they'll accept other people. But
Yes, I'm going to go to the east side.
so then I
I
guess you'll
didn't-
get
Fellows at
accepted.
MIT.
I didn't know that people at community colleges were put like in front of those that were getting out of high
I can
school.
see why. It's just,
I understand why, but now I'm even more afraid.
like,
by
to
the
be
college I
honest,
wanna get into-
After realizing that though, like, now, like, to me, like, I know if I can't, like, worst case scenario, there is community college, and that does give me a better chance
Worst
if I
case
were
scenario,
to
there's
want to
one for you.
transfer.
Yeah,
That's like, yeah, I'm not saying that's what I want to do, but like,
That's
community
yeah,
college
we're-
just doesn't seem as bad
there's
anymore.
like silver lining to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like.
What? You say to me, Nano?
I said Vincent.
All right, whatever then. Listen,
What?
where do you guys even want to go to college? Like, do you guys have a college in mind, or are you still looking?
Not really.
I'm still looking.
Um,
I don't even know what I want to do.
I mean, I might know some, but it's not because I haven't done like extensive research into why I want to go there.
What do you guys want to do?
Oh,
Not.
Esteban, what do you want to do?
I don't know, like computer science.
Yeah,
Esteban,
probably
I mean,
wanna
not
do
Esteban.
some
Wait,
software.
Vincent, what do you want to do, huh?
I
nothing.
don't
He
know.
doesn't know.
Ah,
Then community college is good for
No,
you.
hang on. I'm thinking of computer science right now, right? Or engineering, but I kind of don't want to go to a school that's mainly known for that, like Caltech, right? Because if I change my
Good
mind
luck in
and I want to like, I don't know, I want to be a teacher, then I'm kind of screwed if I'm in
That-
Caltech.
Yeah, that's what I'm
then
thinking too.
community college is good for you.
For me, it's like, nah, hang on. UCLA, it's good with computer science, and it's known for other things besides computer science, like the medical field. If I was into that, it's like an all-around good school, and that's why I want to go there.
but I
Okay,
think you're kind of
yeah.
missing like a big factor though. Is that
Like you want to waste that much money in
It
changing
depends.
your major?
Yeah, it depends on yourself at the end of the day, because like we've heard like so many stories of people how like they go to college and then they go in thinking they're gonna graduate in this field, but then they end up doing something else.
Yeah, the majority of people switch their majors anyways, so it's like,
and also
Yeah, but do you really want to like be that one? Oh, be one of them where like you're in the middle of your what $40,000 major, and then you decide, oh, I'm gonna switch.
yeah.
Like
yes. If I'm not
Yo!
happy, if I go into a major and then I find out I'm not, I'm switching. Like, I'm not gonna keep myself there just because I'm like put some money into it, unless money's tight and I have to do it. Then I
Hey,
if I don't have an
40,000
option, then I'm
probably
gonna do it. But
good
like,
amount.
But I
so
think
you're
it's-
willing to like waste money in a college, like that much money in a college, instead of just like if you don't know what to do, you should go to community college so
Yeah.
that you can discover what to do, and then you can go transfer to college of your major.
I mean, I don't know. For me, it's like,
If you want to go to a
Community
big university, you know what you're gonna do with your future.
Not
Yeah.
really.
I
I
disagree
You have a
with
good
that.
understanding of like what you're trying to
Like,
do.
Yeah,
I-
It's
I don't wanna-
If someone goes to Harvard, they know they're gonna do something with along those lines, right? It's exactly what people say. Go to community college, like it's cheaper. That way you spend less time. And think
I don't
more
want to
time
pay
for when
student
you
loans for
think
the
of
rest of my
major.
life.
But that's the goal.
Shut
Are you
up.
kidding me?
He's just trying to get you angry.
I just looked it up. It says 33% of bachelor degrees pursuers who entered college and 28% of associate's degrees people, they've switched. And then I'm not talking community colleges here. I'm talking like actual colleges. So on average,
Why
a
you gotta
third
go
of
to
people
community
that go to college switch it.
colleges?
Yeah, but you gotta also think that it's a lot of people, and a lot of the sample size just doesn't care.
Well, that's true.
And also,
It's-
like to kind of go back where you're saying like I don't want to go to like or like you don't want to go to a school that like you want to go for like computing or for engineering, and then like maybe I want to be a teacher. Like, there's a difference between like being known for having a good program for that type of stuff, and then like only teaching that kind of stuff. Like I'm pretty sure if you want to be a teacher, you're still going to like a university, but like they're not known for having like a teaching program.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean that they can still have a really good or an exceptional like teaching program.
Well, yeah, but if you go to Caltech, then you shouldn't come to Centennial teach physics.
Yeah, it's gonna look really weird.
And then
like
have
it
a
looks
major in
better.
marine biology
But
and
then what
teach
if-
physics instead.
Hey,
What if
hey,
you teach
Hey.
engineering?
calm down, Asuma.
What if you teach engineering?
Well, then that's different, right? They're known for that. If you want to be a teacher, then the college. Well, I'm just saying, don't come from Caltech and teach language arts.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
a
Yeah.
waste.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how their language arts. I don't know. I don't
But
know.
that's what I'm saying.
Whatever.
Like, it'd be depend on the research and the stuff that we find out.
Yeah, but obviously, from what we've heard, I
But
don't
if
think
it's
it's.
yeah, but like if the name is like Caltech and it's in like the technology's in
Yeah,
the
I studied African history at Caltech, by the way.
It's like people usually say, like you should probably do what your hobbies are based off of, but literally, it's like my only hobby is playing video games, right? That doesn't. I'm pretty sure that doesn't relate to like anything.
Well, playing video, it depends on what kind you play, right? It
just
translates into different things.
What do you mean?
So, like, if you like playing like a statistically based game, then chances are you like math or like that branch of math, right? Or like
Mhm. Yeah.
something like that.
Oh, we talked about
Or
this, didn't
yeah,
we?
or say you just really like
We talked about
how like games build stories and stuff. Maybe you want to become.
Yeah,
a writer.
it's not like the only thing about playing video games is playing them. Making them is like there's a lot of branches to it.
Okay, that's true. Actually,
Wait.
I never thought about it that way. I guess you don't need to make. Well, how do I say this?
Do you just not like programming?
No, I do. I do. I love it. I actually love
Because I hate it.
it. Do you hate it?
Well, I mean, I don't like the.
Wait,
class.
but you
Just-
want to
is
go
it
into
because of
computer
your
science?
specific
Yeah, I
situation
know.
that
Because
you're
I
in
hope
right
our
now?
teachers in the future will be better.
Well, yeah. Is it because of your situation? Like, if your situation was like ours, would you enjoy it or?
Maybe. I mean, I wouldn't know though, because I wouldn't know.
All right, so moving on because it looks like we've kind of dried out on this topic. On the topic of video games, with Vincent saying like, or everyone kind of saying how liking like a statistically based video game or whatever, right? A video game company that is known for story. This company's Telltale Games. I'll let Vincent
Oh,
finish
yeah.
up the rest because you.
Oh, yeah,
talked about
so-
this.
Bunch of idiots, by the way. It's like
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
they made the Walking Dead series. Didn't they make Borderlands, right?
The
No, it's like no, they made the.
Tales. From
It's like the story based game, or it's like.
Oh,
What's it
someone
called?
told me they made Borderlands. I don't remember.
No, they did
Tales
make a
from
Borderlands, but it
like
wasn't.
this.
They weren't the people who made Borderlands.
Okay.
They made
Okay, so
Tales.
like, anyways,
A
yeah, like
spin-off.
The Walking Dead and people like that, like they
Walking
just
Dead game.
fired.
Make sure
It's, sorry, I'm
Walking
sorry.
Dead season 1, 2, Vincent.
They
come
just
on.
fired like 230 something people, and now there are like 30 people left in the company.
I thought they were shutting down for good.
Are they?
Oh no, they're
they're-
the couple
you go.
people that are like still left are working out or finishing the deals that they have for like Netflix.
I
and
thought they
stuff.
went bankrupt though.
Yeah, I thought they were
Yeah,
I
done.
thought they're actually
Yeah, I
like
thought they
shutting
completely
down.
shut down now. Because
No, they have
went
to. Dar's right. They have to finish deals that they've already made first,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
then they can go like
I
dip.
mean, but
So
how
they're
though?
less
They-
Yeah, yeah, I
scumbags.
forget where
But
it
how
was.
though? Because the thing is that they've already filed for complete bankruptcy. So it's like, how are they gonna pay for the people that they've already made deals
Well,
with?
they laid off all these people, so they're making
But they
just
filed
a little
for
bit of money.
complete bankruptcy. They have no money.
Wait, they didn't do that. Did?
Yes, they did.
That's
It was
not what I
recent.
saw.
But no, you can recover from a
It's about-
bankruptcy. You just make money again.
Yeah, and now that they don't have to pay all these workers, they're
Oh
about to
my
be
God.
making money again.
Like you file for it, that means like all your debt that was owed. Hey, no, I don't need to pay that anymore. Now this is like a new leaf, so sort of.
So they're a bunch of scumbags.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys even play the Walking Dead series?
No,
I
I played
played
like
it, yeah.
I played the
I
mobile
played,
version.
like, the
It was
first-
good.
I
Yeah.
played season 1 and parts of season 2.
It said
I haven't played
people said like
season
season 1 was good, and then season 2 was like when it started to go like
Yeah, the
downhill.
rest were garbage, but it was
Dude,
good
season
first.
1 was god tier. Let me tell you. There's major spoilers, by the way.
It keeps old.
Wait, yeah. So they're basically, right now they're just finishing up their last deals, but they're ultimately just gonna shut down.
That sucks for the people that lost their jobs though. What are they gonna do?
I heard that Ubisoft
they
was
have a
holding a
good-
thing
Yeah, I
today.
saw that Ubisoft thing. That
Oh,
was
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like, they're holding a thing. I think it's in Santa Monica or something, and about the people who are getting fired, and they're like doing like job interviews or whatever.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
That's a really good move because they're like good narrative writers.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, yeah, because the thing is, they also have a good number of games under their belt, so it's not like.
Who, what,
Minecraft
Ubisoft?
Story mode, dude, let's
It's
go.
like-
Yeah,
they're,
unfortunately,
like,
it was
jobless,
Ubisoft.
But
Wait, Ubisoft? That's like, dude, that's more material for Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, they make that's a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Dying series.
I mean, the thing is, they have enough experience. It's not like they're gonna be thrown on the rug. It's like, they have some credibility to their name.
Yeah, because they're not. Well, obviously, people are saying that like the reason why Ubisoft and like other people are opening their gates is because a lot of people are saying it's the people at Telltale Games that are calling the shots and not actually the workers' fault. Like the workers were the ones with like the good ideas, but not that there's like people
they're
like
just
above
the ones
them.
actually doing it.
Yeah, the ones above them are the ones like calling or like making the games worse apparently.
Because they were spread too thin. That's what I heard, right?
Yeah.
You're doing Walking Dead, and then next you're doing what? Guardians of the Galaxy. What?
Yeah.
What? Wait, yeah.
You already said I was gonna say the Guardians of the Galaxy one, right?
Yeah.
Didn't they have finished the Batman one, or is that one still gone?
No, I think they finished that one.
They finished that one.
Yeah, they finished that one.
They're working on so many Minecraft story mode.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Minecraft-
I think that's the only thing they're doing now. Like for
Yeah, 'cause I
Netflix?
think Wolf Among Us season 2 got canceled then, huh?
Yeah, I did.
And
A lot of
they
people got
were
mad
also
about
gonna
that,
do
'cause they're like,
a
oh, like, they can't play it anymore because
they were gonna do a Stranger Things game too, but that got
Yeah.
canceled.
I don't know about the Game of Thrones. I don't know if that one was still going on or not. That one kind of died off.
Yeah, that's just
They had a lot of games though. Yeah, they had a lot of projects in the workings.
All right. So
unlucky.
taking this from game design class, right?
Mhm.
It's the producer's fault, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
For spreading them too thin, making them work on multiple projects at once.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's why a lot of games right now will have microtransactions.
They need
It's not
some
really like
way to get more money.
the game studio itself. It's more of the publisher that's like, hey, I want more money from your game. It's like, well, I guess we gotta go to add some monies to it.
Unlucky.
So on that topic, Dar, how do you think that's probably gonna affect the like, virtual reality or augmented reality market?
What?
What? Telltale Games
what?
shutting
What?
down?
Yeah, 'cause now there's-
How is it gonna
listen,
affect this
now-
different market?
No, because now there's more developers that can join more companies, which can have a potential increase for more
Hey.
games for those
alright.
type of areas.
What kind of VR game is story based though?
That would be sick.
I'd play
you!
that. I would play that.
Market.
So you call me
Dude.
stupid, but I'm 30 steps ahead of all of you.
Hey. All right. Let me take a look at this graph, right? I
What graph? What graph?
this, the graph, the first link.
Maybe
I think.
show. Maybe show.
First link.
What first link?
First
In
link.
the doc.
There's
What
a
the
link in here.
heck?
Send it.
Oh
Yeah, you
wait,
should send
not
it.
that one.
Come
What?
on.
It's in the doc.
Sorry, this is
Uh,
beforehand.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You're
Alright,
right.
explain what you were talking about then
Oh
while you send it.
my
Okay.
God.
Okay. So the VR market, it's gonna grow like exponentially. In like the difference between 2018 and 2020 is huge.
Absolutely.
It's
Wait, why
gonna
though?
be a
Projected.
huge.
you
Well, yeah,
mean?
yeah. This is projected.
That's
You
hard.
It's
might wanna
projected. It's
That's
projected.
expensive though. Who buys those?
Dude, I
What do
want
you
to
I
buy
mean?
mean, a
one.
lot
I'm
more
gonna buy
people
one
are
later
getting
this month.
VR systems.
What? Wait, I don't know. It's like those
And
aren't.
your phone isn't expensive.
No, wait, that's completely
Wait, having
different.
VR on your phone is
Yeah.
actually the dumbest idea I've ever seen. But continue.
Hey, but AR though.
Oh.
But like, if
that's
something,
the newest.
it's not like it's up and coming. It's like the things we're talking about, like with Tesla and stuff.
Yeah.
You might not have seen a lot of them before, but hey, it's exploding, and the same thing's gonna happen to VR and
Yeah,
a lot of
pretty
other.
much.
Yeah.
Like self-driving cars, level 3 has been around for a while, but it wasn't until it got to level 4. You know, it's like boom, everyone wants to get one. So I mean, I can kind of see how that's happening now.
And the only thing that's happening is more people dumping money into it. So
That's good.
Exactly. It's
Oh,
an
wait.
emerging market.
Like, okay, so this thing, it says from 2018 to 2022, the market size in billions of US dollars, right? It'll go from 27 to 209.2
Oh,
billions
wow.
of dollars.
That's temple. It's crazy.
That's crazy. I didn't think it
Yeah,
was
but
that
the
much.
question is, what's gonna happen once it does increase? Because I mean, right now there's still like not that much, I guess like stuff to do in those type of things. Like VR, there's like a cherry picked number of games that are like people could actually spend their time wasting with. But other than that, there's nothing there. And AR is still very like
That's a pretty.
it's still in its early
Bare
stages. Like it's still
bones.
being developed. Like the
Yeah.
HoloLens isn't even public. Like consumer stuff. Like
And
that's-
it's freaking expensive.
yeah,
Okay,
that's
yeah.
only for developers, and from that,
Yeah.
certified developers and partner trusted developers. So it's like,
Well,
yeah,
Hey,
first,
right
like,
now,
early in the
like-
process, it's gonna be really expensive, but as it spreads more and more, it's gonna get cheaper.
Yeah,
Same thing with
That's
Tesla.
it.
cheaper. Like,
that's what
like
you
what you
want.
mentioned, Nano, like a couple episodes ago, Moore's Law.
right
Yeah,
now
it's
kinda
gonna be
dry.
just like that.
Yeah, but right now it's at a dry.
Yeah, it's like,
exactly.
yeah, most
something
VR games right now
soon
kind of
is
look
coming up.
like most of the VR games right now. They kind of look like trash because hardware limitations, right?
Or they're
Well,
just
not really
old.
that. There's just
Well,
no,
I'm pretty sure.
there's no
It's
devs.
hardware stuff.
There's no devs.
One of the-
There's no devs. There's
Yeah,
a
one
lack
of-
of devs. That's
One
why
of the
it's
things. These games are
yeah.
most of the VR games. You play them once and then that's it.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause
Like,
the
you
thing
ca-
is, like, it's just a cash grab. It's like, oh, let me put in this game that's like a total joke, so I can make like $1 or $5 from it, and everyone's gonna buy it because it's like they're not gonna think twice about refunding it. They're gonna be like, well, I want to pay like $1 or $5 for it, so
Yeah,
whatever.
and then they'll be like, "Hey, this is pretty cool, I guess." And then they never touch it again.
Because I mean, okay, from VR games, what are the only ones you guys actually see?
What do you mean by that? Do you mean like actually played or like what we've heard
Like,
of?
ones that have actually made it, like cherry picked
Oh.
ones.
Oh, none.
No, the one it was like you can stop time and the enemies
Super
are all
hot.
red.
Super
Super
hot.
hot.
Super
Yeah, that
hot.
one
That
got
one.
pretty popular.
But
That's
Josh
literally all I can
did
think of
one.
though.
That had like a
Got
fan
pretty
base already
popular.
behind it, so that one had a good
Yeah,
start.
Oh, then I don't know.
it's
But
because
from
a lot of them
my head-
already have. They're like based on previous games or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm
They
saying.
Or, like, and if they're
VR.
not, and if they're
Skyrim
not,
one.
their chances are they're weird and like
Yeah,
they're just
exactly.
not very well done.
The
Yeah.
only
yeah, like
ones-
I didn't enjoy Electronauts that much.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only ones that come
Whoa.
to my mind
I think it's
are-
a cool concept. It's just that there's so much to it. There's so many aspects in the game where like you have to like sit there for quite a while to like fully understand like what you're actually doing. Because like after we did it in class, like I went online just to see like how you actually do stuff, and there's like so many more things that we hadn't even like done. Like I
then it's
learned how
just
to do
us not
looping
knowing
and stuff.
what to do.
Yeah. So you just actually have to like sit down and put some time into it.
Maybe if they made like tutorials.
Yeah. There was
Yeah.
no in-game tutorials. That kind of
Yeah, in-game tutorials, like that's what gets people hooked to the game. If your tutorial sucks, chances are you won't enjoy the game.
I mean, the thing is, though, that game still made it. Like, it's still kind of making it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, for the top of my head, the 3 biggest games in VR right now, right, are Beat Saber, Electronauts, and the VR chat, right?
All
Beat
VR
Saber's
chat.
awesome.
And that's free.
That one's still it's
And-
Wait,
kind
and
of
Beat
maybe-
Saber is
Saber is
free?
actually so good.
And maybe
Beat Saber looks so fun. Like
yeah.
I couldn't believe that's the only.
It's
I think that's the
actually
only
really
VR
good.
game that's interested me.
Yeah, it's
besides
because it's
Super
like
Hot.
repetitive. It's like got that like community like can contribute to it, so it's repetitive, and especially like having to do with like a
And there's always
Like
new
a
stuff
rhythm
being
game?
uploaded,
Yeah,
too.
it's
There's
just
always
rhythm
gonna be,
game,
like,
so
a
you
community.
can always add in new music.
Yeah.
And the concept of
That's
having
smart.
lightsabers
Like
and stuff, I
guitar
mean, there's a
Hero.
huge market for that, so,
Did you guys say Beat Saber's free?
no.
No.
Is it? I don't know.
No, I said VR chat's free.
VR
Okay.
chat's-
Yeah,
VR chat's pretty cool. But
then,
it's like there's no. It's like a thing you want to go into to, like laugh at stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's not like something you'd want to like complete towards or whatever. Like I don't know.
It's
Like
just
an actual
something-
game, a
yeah, it's
normal
just
game.
a game where you just go in and
It's just
like,
meet people.
want to expect
It's not
something
even a
different.
game. It's
yeah,
just a
that's what I'm saying.
community.
Even from that,
It's a
though,
chat
yeah,
room.
it's just like a chat room, but like VR.
But that's
from-
cool, dude.
Yeah, but from that, right? The market isn't saturated. There's nothing for it, right? It's like so when you buy these type of stuff, it's kind of like okay, either develop your own stuff, or enjoy one of like the 5 to like 10 games, right?
Yeah.
That are actually like worth playing. That are
Yeah,
actually good.
That's what I wanna become like one of the VR game developers. Like it's an unsaturated market. There's so much opportunity that you can do.
But there's also
That you can take out.
But there's
Huh?
also a lot of like factors that can make it so like you don't make it because it's still a new market, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because like, first of all, you have to come up with probably an original idea that like you probably didn't have access to before, right? Because now you have to take in consideration like, oh, people can move around or sit down while playing these games. So it's kind of like cool because you can go like super creative and out of like what people normally can't get fully immersed with. But with that, it's like a double-edged sword because if you don't have the backup for it for people that are actually gonna buy or play the game, it's just like, what's this? It's gonna flop a lot harder than if another game was made like that, but not in a VR state. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get-
I know what you're saying. But yeah, it's a new market, right? There's always risks that you have to take into account when you're tapping into it.
Yeah, for sure. But you know, just like the Industrial Revolution, there's a market ready.
Yeah.
There's people ready for work for that market, and there's
That just needs to be consumed.
and the projected amount of money to be made from it will give it the funding that it needs.
Mm-hmm.
So, if it actually follows out those projections, I mean, dude, it's gonna be great. So now,
Just take me
Esteban.
to another world.
Esteban.
All right. Yeah, Esteban.
So yeah, all right. So next we want to talk about whether math is discovered or invented.
Invented.
What makes you say that?
All right. Look, you don't like. I don't know. God, how do I explain this? You don't just
You
like.
can't.
Yeah,
You
it's something you have to think. It's like you have to
You don't
think about.
find a number, right, and then just go, I discovered a 2. That's not how it goes, right?
Really?
And numbering, it's because you can't discover something if it can be interpreted in multiple ways, right? If I wanted to, I could be like 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, and I could make that the legitimate numbering system, right? And then that would change everything. But I don't, right? Because that's just how the way we've learned it. But
Oh, so you're saying
math
like
didn't have to be this way. We could
right,
have
we
done
could
it
have
any other
interpreted
way.
some way else.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying the
Oh.
vocabulary.
The vocabulary
But
definitely
the concepts
was
are
made
the
up.
same, aren't
The
they? They're just
The
it's
con-
like-
okay, oh, the concept.
Yeah, I would say the concepts are the same, but I mean, like Vincent was saying, there's a ton of other number systems, right? We have like the Roman numerals, we have the Arabic writing.
No, I think what Esteban's talking about is the actual concepts of math. Like,
I still think it was invented, right?
They don't
Because
have to be invented.
I think I know what you're saying, Dar, but we
What?
could have. I don't know how to explain this, but like we could have found a different way to interpret things other than math. But
Yeah,
But,
so you're
like-
saying it's kind of
Yeah.
like language.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way of putting it.
That's kind of trippy to think about, though. It's like,
It is.
But like if you think about it, like early, people didn't have like the tools to do what say like for example what like I can't think of it.
See
It's
how
like
big Pluto is.
I mean,
something
math
like
is
that,
just
right?
finding
Or, like-
patterns, isn't it? So
right. So but patterns are innate, aren't they? Like
Yeah,
they're
they're like in
they've
nature.
been
Like-
there.
They've been
So you're
there.
saying
So
the way we interpret it is invented, but the concepts that are its base are discovered.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
next
that's the best
topic.
Wait, so where'd you get
Yeah,
this-
next
where'd you
topic,
get
we
this
got him,
question?
boys.
All right.
Yeah, wait,
Huh?
where'd you get this question from?
Where'd you get this
Oh,
question?
it's like a. I think it's a TOK question.
Yeah,
actually.
it is a TOK thing.
Oh, is it really?
It was
Yeah.
on my math teacher's board because she does TOK. It was on the board.
Wait, was both an option?
No, it just said is math invented or discovered, and then it had just like other TOK topics under it.
All right. Hey, moving on.
No,
Good
wait,
topic,
wait.
everyone.
When you guys were saying that, like, it's kind of like whatever, right? Or like it's kind of both.
Uh.
I was just kind of realizing, like, dude, and like you guys brought up some languages, how it's just like there's different languages, but it's kind of like all the same concept.
Mhm.
I realized, dude, I was like, everything is kind of just arbitrary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that's crazy. All right, anyway.
I don't think you exist. You're just a figment of my imagination.
Exact.
Yeah.
What
Actually, I'm
exists.
God. I'm God.
Wait, did you guys hear about that theory that we're a simulation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you guys believe in it?
Think about
Yes.
it. every day.
Yes.
If we
You know
can
what?
think in it, then it is.
Hey, guess what? I'm ending a simulation right now. See you, fellas.
Dude, I think I'd hate to find out I'm a part of a simulation.
Well, we already know.
Dude, like, all right.
We're not
All right,
though.
real talk. Any talk about like death, like it's frightening.
Moving
I
on.
was thinking about that. I was actually thinking about that.
Dude,
Imagine
last
going to
year
sleep
I
and
had-
never seeing your family ever again.
Dude, last year I had so many missed out.
Isn't that like the scariest thing?
Yes,
so
it is.
scary.
Not seeing anyone
What's on
you
the
love
other
ever again.
side?
All right, keep going. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh my
Like, that's
god.
scary.
Wait.
Wait,
I
people
have
who
a
aren't
theory.
afraid
I have a theory. I have
Alright,
a
Dar,
theory.
let's hear it, let's hear it,
not.
let's hear it.
Let's not talk
No,
about
no,
this.
Wait,
No,
wait.
wait, I want to hear Dar's theory. I want to hear
I
Dar's
don't
theory.
know.
Alright.
I'm not gonna sleep.
Okay. Okay. You know how there's that the conservation of matter, right?
Yeah.
Energy is neither created nor destroyed.
Yeah.
When you die, like your energy will go somewhere else, and you wouldn't know it.
Dirt.
Wait, are
You
you talking
wouldn't
about
know
like
it.
reincarnation or something?
Yeah, like that.
Oh, I guess like we could.
But you-
oh yeah.
Many
Just like how
religions,
we're
though.
like we're all.
You
just,
wouldn't
like,
remember
touching
your
the
last
stars, right?
your last life.
That's kind of that's the religion of many other religions, though.
I would be so down for that.
Really?
Wait,
I mean,
Like,
we're
The thing is,
conscious,
think
right?
about it. How would
You know.
How would you? Yeah, like that's
But that's, like,
weird.
That's fine.
Wait,
No,
as
I
long
wanna
as my-
remember my past life.
As
dude.
long
I
as
just,
Yeah.
I just like being conscious.
As
So
yes.
is my skin?
as long as my
skin
conscience
used to be
is still
someone
alive.
else's.
No.
No.
My
you're
skin is
an
actually
entirely
someone
new
else's.
Being, but you have
Like
the
in your
same
last life, you were a
conscious-
turtle. Now you're a human.
But the thing is, Dara is saying like you don't remember anything no matter what. Like it's all just kind of white.
I'm completely fine with that.
I'm
Like-
not, dude. I want to know what I was before.
Okay,
No, but right
like,
now, do you remember?
would you
the
rather
first
just-
iteration?
but would you rather not be anything else and this is it?
I don't know. I want to
Exactly.
Find out, am I the first iteration before becoming homeless?
You would never know. You wouldn't know.
I'm
Well, I
saying,
mean,
if you
no.
did
we
know-
are us, right? But
We are.
but
We
we're
are
not
Venom.
them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah.
But we
sense.
are them though.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on. I
We're-
don't
No!
want to get into
Wait.
specifics.
We'll get into this.
God.
We'll get into this the next time. That's why
Next
I was
time,
like,
next
we
time.
should probably have it in this one, but you guys objected from it. So, you know, we were talking about video games before becoming all existential. So, how do you guys feel about the toxicity in them?
That's
Dude,
just
It
You
doesn't
know,
matter.
whatever. You
Everything's
just-
arbitrary.
Don't let it get under your skin.
Yeah.
Who
You gotta know.
cares?
I
Yeah,
think it's
who
cool.
cares,
I mean,
dude?
Toxicity.
Who cares?
it's like a
Whatever.
medium through which people can show like how they really feel without like
Yeah.
any consequences.
It's just
right?
venting
I
out their
wouldn't even
rage.
say that
dude.
it's like how people really feel. I would say more of an exaggerated like feel.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
based
Like,
on
you
like
can go
what?
Just them doing whatever they want to do.
Do you think video game characters know they're in a simulation?
Shut up.
Hey, you know what?
Do they?
That's us! Someone's playing a
We
game of
play
us.
God.
They're just numbers, okay? They're just numbers.
Wait, I can imagine
Are
a
we
dude
just
sitting at a
numbers,
desk
dog?
right now. And
Are
someone's
we?
like, no, someone's like taking control of me and they're like, my guy's boring. You want to switch?
What if it's no? It's degrees of control, right?
Yeah.
We're like 3D, and we know we are conscious, right? But we design people who are 2D who aren't. But then who's 4D?
What?
Yo!
Yeah.
You think there's like like a 6D. You think this scales up?
Exactly. It's a hierarchy of people who have different degrees of control.
'cause people that
It's
are,
math.
Wait
So
a
then what's
second.
God?
Wait, Esteban. But
God's
what if there's a
4D.
No,
higher,
then
Dude!
yeah.
what if
God
there's
is
a higher
4D.
3D being than
God's
us?
like
'Cause we
infinity,
can make
dude.
3D games.
No, but
Oh, dude, you're right.
no, but it's not 3D though, because it's all just flat pixels.
But our
Are
minds
we?
don't
VR?
perceive it that way, though.
No, but
Okay, yeah, still.
Listen,
we
have
are
VR,
because
though.
someone
We have
else found
VR.
out how to make us.
We have VR though.
It's gonna turn into Ready Player One.
No, but VR is just a screen in front of your eyes.
Yeah, but how do you perceive it?
I have a conscience. I am not.
I
There's
am
no one
me.
above.
I have no.
I
I have
am
no one.
me.
I
You know
have
what?
a dream.
Being able to make a civilization like us is totally possible too. With the way technology is going, who knows, dude? What if down the line, like I don't know, dude, you're like 3,000 something, we figure out how to do this.
Yeah, and it's
And
just
then
a cycle.
We're watching people have this exact same conversation right now.
We're just like, hey.
And we're like,
I'm not
hey.
gonna lie.
Wait,
made
think
you, by
about
the way.
this. We're thinking about this, right?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying
What
to
if
think.
the snails are thinking
Wait,
about
Esteban.
this?
Don't do. You're gonna break the time and space continuum.
We're thinking about this right now,
Yeah.
and someone or like
Another being.
what?
Yes, what's confusing yourself?
The 4D people.
Some
can see us.
alien out there has already figured
Dude, they're
out
probably
this out.
freaking out right now. They're like, oh my god, they're actually onto
If
something.
Oh my
we
God,
can
do they
think
know?
of what they're
They
thinking,
know.
then what does it mean? Like what? I don't. I just wait. What?
Do you think it's possible to create like life that's more intelligent than yourself?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well,
Listen-
technically, our children are gonna be smarter
Yeah,
than
I
us,
was
right?
Well, then I just outsmarted our god.
wait.
Wait, what?
Because
Oh,
I'm
so you're
aware.
saying-
Wait,
Oh.
wait, does that even work? Because what if you only pass down a fraction of the knowledge? So people
Well,
can never catch up.
All right.
No,
I know
wait.
this is gonna sound a
If
bit
they're a
morbid,
higher
but
being-
like this might sound like terrible, but like, what if your kid's like mentally retarded? I know that sounds terrible, but
okay, keep going.
Keep going.
how would that argument carry on to a situation like
Okay,
that?
no, but that's just not
Uh,
It doesn't.
It's just a
You know-
bug. Will work
I mean,
out.
the thing
It's
is,
a
It's a
bug.
bug.
I mean, the thing
It makes
is
the
that
game
you don't-
funner for the people that made it.
What
thing is-
the?
The thing is that you don't analyze nature by its anomalies, right?
Yeah.
You analyze it by its consistencies.
Yeah.
So that would be
Wait.
an anomaly.
Yeah. It's not important because it's not.
There are
like everything
always
else.
bugs in the system, James.
Dude,
Yeah.
All right.
Crazy though.
Oh my god.
Wait. Hold on.
My head.
We think.
Yes.
My back.
There are people in this world.
There are people in this society.
Dude, I love surreal memes. I don't want them to go.
Was this even a meme?
I don't want to go.
Is life a
I don't feel yeah. But
Hey, it's alright though.
oh my. All right. So, Dar, do you have any like finishing comments?
Me? Dude, just live your best life, dude. Whatever.
Wait, but
Who
if
cares?
we question like what we become after like death,
Dude,
wouldn't it be the same as comparing anything else that lives? So like a fish that just shrivels up and dies becomes a part of the rest of the environment, right?
Yeah.
but where does their conscience go?
Nowhere, because it just ceases to think.
But how do we know?
What if our conscience doesn't leave our bodies, but we just can't move? But we.
Oh yeah, I
we'll
guess you
just
can
stay
know,
there?
right? But death is just the cessation of activity, right?
Well,
Or like
Wait.
there's no. When we think, it's like it's discernible because of like our brain activity, right?
how does a conscience leave a body?
And with that,
Well,
we'll
maybe
end this
when you-
episode.
Yo,
with
we're
that,
done.
yeah,
Yo, we're
that's
done.
pretty
We're
bad.
done.
Hey, no, when you decompose, it probably gets shared across like many.
I think that's dumb.
things.
No, it has to be all together.
When you die, no, like it's like
There's so many
just
factors
stop
that can be.
thinking.
We were
Distributed
literally
to
talking
this
about
environment.
Thanos, Car, like 30 minutes ago. Can we please
Thanos,
like
sorry,
come back to
Thanos.
that?
Ending half the
Thanos
universe.
fish.
All right, we're done.
yo.
I'm tired of this.
No, Esteban,
Wait, when
stop.
we die, that's when we go up above to a different degree.
Oh,
You think we're gonna be
It was-
4D when we die?
Yes.
Wait, what if you go
Yeah,
down
but
to
what
2D?
about heaven?
Wait, what if it's the opposite? What if
What if we
were
degrade?
4D, but we came down to 3D and now we're gonna go down to 2D?
Oh, because we
become
lose
an
the degree because
anime.
because dirt
We
doesn't
die.
think and we become dirt. Oh,
And
Come
with
on,
that,
bro.
and with that, we're gonna end.
not a brother.
Hey, no, make sure to censor that name out.
Yeah.
Hey, no,
Oh,
bring
wait.
him, bring him on the podcast. Bring him on the podcast.
So Dar does not have big brain. With that, we end the podcast. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Intellectual Boys podcast. This is a reduced group that we have today. We have James, Esteban,
Hello.
and myself, Emiliano. So we're gonna do something a bit different today. We're gonna try to improv a lot of stuff, asking a ton of questions, hypotheticals. I don't know. We're gonna see how this goes. Hopefully, it turns out well. But yeah, we're gonna start off with James.
All right. So the first, well, it's not really hypothetical. These are just like questions that we're gonna be like using, and then we're just gonna be answering them. So my first one is, what do you eat for breakfast and why?
Uh, you know, it's a mixed bag. I'd say it's pretty random. Like, some days I won't eat stuff, or I'll grab like an apple, or like a banana, or like some kind of fruit, or maybe like a cookie. I don't know. It's pretty random for me.
For me, yeah, it varies. Like for the most part, though, I stay pretty consistent. I usually have like a protein shake in the morning, and then sometimes it can just be, especially like on Wednesdays, because I have a zero period. I stick with the croissant and like some coffee, and then like at school I'll eat like a banana or something.
What about you, Esteban?
I eat the same thing every day for breakfast. I eat orange juice, a banana, some eggs, milk,
What is this?
What?
and that's
Wait,
it, I think, sometimes.
orange
Oh, and
juice
bread.
and milk?
Yeah,
Yes.
wait, you have two drinks?
Yes.
What?
And
That's
you, wait,
crazy.
do you do this like
Every day.
every day?
Every single day.
Even
yeah.
on the weekends?
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
What the heck?
I mean, those
Dude,
are.
I can't do that. Like
Like,
after like at least maybe like 2 weeks of the same food, like I just I don't know.
2 days.
Like it
for
just
me
tastes like
is-
mush.
Yeah, for 2 days for me is to cut off.
Well,
I
yeah,
kinda-
maybe I'm just used to it, but I love eggs.
Oh.
For me
So-
it's hit or miss with eggs. Sometimes I can eat it, and then other days I'm like, nah.
But they don't miss for Esteban.
Yeah, they always hit.
uh, no, yeah. For the weekends, for me though, I actually have like a full breakfast. I like that.
Yeah, on the weekends I'll usually have like maybe a bowl of cereal or something.
Oh.
Fruity Pebbles to be specific.
All right. So, now since we're recording this the week of Thanksgiving, I'm gonna ask that. So you guys know how like if you meet up with your families and stuff, right? You go on and eat, right?
Yeah.
Has which Thanksgiving has like that incident that like everyone remembers, or like brings up, cause like, you know, it's like the infamous incident that happened for you guys' families.
I don't really every holiday uh like celebration, I guess, with like meals, they've been relatively peaceful. So like I don't know if I could answer that one. But James, I know.
I have one.
I have one as well.
It's a bit I don't know, it should be fine. Well, like it was like I think I was like 12. I don't know, I was pretty young. And I just remember like going to, because we every year we do Thanksgiving at my grandparents' house, my great grandparents' house, because they have a huge house. So like all my dad's family goes there. Like it's a lot of family. And I remember just this one year, I saw one of my dad's uncles, and he was just like alone the whole time. And I'm like, that's weird. He usually comes with his wife. And then like his wife comes later on, and then like they both go outside and start yelling at each other, and then she comes back in, starts crying, and then like the whole rest of the like day, it was like half the family with my dad's uncle, and then half the family with his wife, and I guess they were like going through divorce problems.
Oh wow,
So-
that
Oh.
sucks.
It like for me,
That's-
it doesn't affect me because like I never really had a like relation with them, so it was whatever. But
Yeah, but I
yeah,
imagine
that's like the
for-
one that that's the one that sticks with everyone.
The one
That's crazy.
that's insane. For my family, it's not related to like family issues, but more of like the food itself, right? So, one Thanksgiving, right? One of my aunts made the turkey, and I remember what year this is. I was like a lot younger, and I remember that specific year I didn't eat any turkey. All I ate was ham.
What? The...
But when everyone else ate the turkey and the stuffing and stuff, right? when what ended up happening was that like the morning after, everyone got sick, right?
Yikes!
Like had like diarrhea, throwing
Wow.
up, like something, right? And everyone was so confused of like what caused it, and everyone was like, "Well, I had like because everyone had like a varied plate, right? Like oh, they're like, is it like the gravy or like the mashed potatoes?" It's like no, because I didn't have that, and I'm still sick. It's like okay, was it like the veggies or whatever, like right? So they're going down the list, and then I guess they got to the point where they realized it's like well everyone had turkey, and that's how they figured out. And then they were asking like, well, how come like two people didn't get sick? And they're like, because we didn't eat turkey. So now
Oh,
every
wow.
time that family member has to bring the turkey, we always kind of like bring it up as a joke.
Monk.
Oh, wow,
Like,
yeah.
hey, watch out! Like, don't, like make sure you don't get sick. Someone test it first.
Was it just like cooked wrong, or like
don't
did you
know.
ever find out?
We don't know.
That's wow, that's insane.
Yeah, it's also like crazy. You were the only one who didn't eat the turkey. That's weird.
I think it was me and my mom. I think we didn't eat the turkey
Wow.
because we didn't get sick.
On
but-
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
dude, because I remember because all my brothers and stuff they got sick. At least the ones that were alive at the time. It's gonna sound weird. I didn't.
Wait, you make it sound like they died.
No, because my younger brother wasn't born yet. I don't even
Oh.
think he was like.
Yeah,
the
before
womb,
my
it was just
family
non-existent.
disappeared.
He was non-existent. Anyway, yeah, that's that question, the story. All right, S1, you have one?
Yeah, I got one. It's
Alright.
what's a deeply unsettling fact that you know?
Oh.
Or, like- Yeah.
All right, I got you. S1, are you ready?
All right.
Oh,
Mount Everest.
Dude,
This isn't
Okay,
this isn't
alright,
funny.
continue.
This isn't funny. It's just
Yeah.
all right. Mount Everest is littered with dead bodies from people that try to climb it. Right?
Yeah.
They're just staying there. I don't know if
Can
they're
you tell me why
preserved.
no one's removed them?
Yeah.
It would have to be too dangerous because if they died, how are people gonna remove them without dying?
And
That's
why?
crazy.
How might that be useful though?
What do you mean?
Like for them to not be picked up and just laying
Oh.
It helps the animals.
there?
They can be used as markers. Cause
It
they're-
helps the soil. Gives the soil more
Wait,
nutrients.
would it though? Cause like if they're frozen, are they like preserved?
Well, I don't know.
No, I mean they're food, right?
I'd imagine their body
Wait,
would
there
just
aren't
like
even any,
decom-
would there even be animals up there other than
I-
like?
probably
can't be, like-
not.
I don't.
Well, I don't know. That probably sounds really stupid.
I don't
Actually,
know.
yeah, these are the real questions. Are there any animals on top of like Mount Everest?
Let me look that. Actually, whatever. But that's crazy.
That is crazy. Alright, for me, I guess it'd have to be that. Well, it doesn't like. It still freaks me out, even though it's like I shouldn't be worried, but one day Earth will collide into the sun.
Well, what do you mean you shouldn't be worried?
Well, like, I'm not gonna live through that. It's still gonna be like billions of years, but still.
Yeah, but if you're like
Reborn.
you're a citizen of the
Reborn.
world, James. Like the world you.
Am
you
I
were
gonna
born
be
in
a citizen of the
Europe,
world in 4 billion years?
and then- Well, I mean, that's not about like
But
I'm saying like you'd be pretty inconsiderate if you just like, you know.
I think, but I think an actual unsettling fact, at least for me, is the fact that everything that we would eventually come to know, we would have no effect at all in the grand scheme of things, and the fact that whatever we leave behind, right, in terms of like family and like your lineage, right,
it's
Yeah.
all gonna be.
it could all end with you.
Dude, yeah.
That's like an unsettling fact for me, right? It's like, think about it.
Yeah. Oh,
Your
wait,
entire
yeah.
family lineage could end with you or because of you.
That's yikes.
And
What
if
about
it's not
US
with you,
one?
it'll eventually
never mind.
end with like another, with one of your like, I don't know, like further down the generation, further down the line. So it's like, no matter what you do, right, it's just gonna end.
That's scary.
Yeah, that's crazy. But if I was to think of an unsettling fact, would probably be, I don't know. Oh, here.
Oh no.
Like based on ancient burial rituals and the fact that there are more than 90 billion people that died before you were born, there's a high
Really?
chance that
90
you were very
billion?
close.
Is it
I got to
really
check.
90 billion? It's
Just-
definitely
Yes.
it's definitely a lot. We can agree on
Yeah,
that.
because it's like all the way back to like year 0, dude, in the BC era. But is it actually just 90 billion?
I don't know, but there's a high chance that you're very close to a dead body, or like what? Yeah,
That's crazy. I never thought about that.
yeah, that's crazy.
So for all we know, our schools, our house, are built.
Yeah, we could
On
literally
ancient
be
burial
on a
grounds.
burial ground.
Yo, that's crazy. All right, moving on.
Yo, all right. Wait, the first site I found, prb.org, it estimates that since the first Homo sapiens that walked Earth about 50,000 years ago, more than 108 billion members of our species have been born.
Wait, what?
What the?
Wait, repeat
So that means. Alright, I'll just read it
Wait, no,
directly how
many?
it
How
says
many?
it.
How many?
Modern Homo sapiens first walked the Earth about 50,000 years ago. Since then, more than 108 billion members of our species have ever been born.
Oh wow, that's
So it's
crazy.
more than 108, right? So then,
Yeah.
right now it's like 7 billion. I mean, I guess the 90 billion doesn't seem that far.
Yeah,
off.
that's not too unrealistic.
But then, yeah, because then that gives like a 3 billion, like give or take. All right,
That's weird.
all right, James, you have another one?
Yeah, speaking about like things that are unsettling, what's currently giving you anxiety?
I'd say like,
I am not too sure. Everything. Everything now at this point, dude.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
me, if I had to say anything, it'd probably just be that like we're gonna graduate in 2020,
Oh, you're right.
That's
Yeah,
so
that's
soon.
crazy.
That is soon.
and with that brings so much
But
much
you
to
know we had a
worry
good
about.
run, boys.
Yeah. Well, that's in the long run, I think, but it's short term. Actually, that's not even long run. But
That's not even long. That's like
Yeah, that's not long run,
Wait,
dude.
I
That's
mean,
pretty
even
close.
more short term. Probably edX or like
I can agree with that.
like our comp sci class in general, like the work.
AP
But-
classes. I'll broaden it for just AP classes.
I mean, everything else is light work, but I don't know. Except for I don't know. Comp
They
sci is hard.
actually want you to like become, if you can't program for
It
Tesla
wants you to
by
spend
the
like
end of the AP class, and you're gonna fail the AP test, dude. I don't know.
it
what that
wants you to spend like 5 hours a week on one topic. Jesus. Why can't it just be like comp sci principles?
is.
That class sucked. Like it was horrible.
All right. I got like a hypothetical for you guys.
Okay.
All right, if you had
Let's
a
hear it.
one-way time travel ticket, when would you go, and why?
I would. I don't know because like thinking about going into the past seems cool, but then the future seems even cooler.
Yeah, it does.
But then again, like
What if there's a nuclear war that we don't know about
yeah,
in the future? Personally,
Well,
oh yeah, go.
uh, I'd probably. Uh, I know going to the future would probably be the most interesting, but also probably be the most scary because like it's what hasn't happened, right? But at least like when you go to the past, it's like it's more interesting than scary. I feel like so I'd probably go
yeah,
to the past.
So how about this? All right, if you go to the past, it's like whatever. Like if it's within a time frame that you're alive, you just take whatever time frame that is, but you still have all the memories, right?
Yeah.
But then
So
if you
you-
go in the future, you go how you currently are right now, and that's how you enter the future. Since there's no like iteration of you there. So then, so like, how would you? Does it would that affect like your decision?
I think I would want to go to the past. I'd want to just learn, I guess. I don't know. Just going to the future seems like almost scary in a way, but also like
Spoiler?
how you bringing, huh?
Like you think it's gonna be spoiler? Like you
Yeah,
just
kinda, yeah.
okay.
Like there's gonna be so much that's like gonna be spoiled.
Yeah, you never know like how much of it you're gonna be disappointed with. Or maybe it's like if you give me the opportunity to go back after having seen the future, then like well actually if you see the future then like no matter what, that's what's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I would.
So maybe it's like oh
I would want to like kind of essentially like relive my life current or so far.
Just watch yourself
Really?
grow up.
Well, it's not watching because you would take that place, right?
Oh.
But you have like your old, you still have like all the memories and stuff.
well what if it was like you have two save files and like
No,
you
yeah,
could go
like
between you could go between like both your lives. And
So-
like if you get tired of one at one point
You
go
just
to-
reload save.
yeah.
like my thinking of this was like, oh, right, like if I already know what's happening right now, right? I
Yeah.
wonder how much I would change it and how different my life would be, or of how like if it would correct itself back, right? Because imagine, like, right, like what if I didn't go to like the middle school that we went to or the high school, right?
Yeah, that's what
Or
I was
what-
thinking. We haven't really done much though, so it's like the
Yeah, like,
question
take-
doesn't really hold as much weight.
Yeah, so like
But-
take alternate paths. That'd be sick.
Meh.
That's weird.
What if you're forced to go to the future?
Then I'm going way out in the future.
Yeah, that like I don't
Oh,
know.
I
I
guess
just
that'd be
like pay
interesting.
attention to more like global news or something. I wouldn't want to like see what I'm specifically doing.
Really? I guess it's different for everyone, but what if it's like you go like 20 years into the future and then there's nothing here, it's just a dry desert.
Oh my god. That would be straight up Wall-E.
That'd be kind of creepy.
That's creepy. Alright, that's the one. Your turn.
I think I found that if you could get rid of one social norm from society, what would it be?
Damn, I don't know. Maybe following trends. Cause some
do you
trends
mean?
out there are so dumb. And I
Well,
just,
that's why they're trends.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's like the norm to be like to keep up and like follow the trends and do them, right? It's just like right, cause like think about it. When something goes out, it's like viral now. So it's like, oh, I gotta follow it, or I gotta replicate it. It's like that should stop. I think it's for me. That's honestly probably what I would
Yeah,
say.
it might be annoying sometimes.
Yeah, mine
But,
would
I don't
probably
know.
be on the same lines of no, especially with like clothing. Like some of these like new clothing trends are
I don't
A bit
understand how. Yeah, some of these companies be ripping off other people, but people
Dude,
buy
and
it.
Kanye.
It's crazy. Yeah, I was
Supreme.
One
gonna.
hole in a plain brown shirt, like $10,000.
Supreme. I don't know. That's just a lot of stuff is overrated to me, at least.
Yeah. What about you, as well?
I was reading that apparently well, not apparently, but working in general, and for a lot of people that like they might see like coworkers more than they see their own family, and like that's crazy.
Oh, so
Like
just like overworking and stuff.
yeah, like working 40 hours a week until you can hopefully retire at 65, and like that's if like you expect nothing, like it to go smoothly the entire way,
Yeah,
like uninterrupted. That's crazy.
that is pretty crazy.
Like, what is living if you're not like living,
Living.
right? I don't know.
Wait.
Yeah.
So who said that last question?
S1 did, so it's my
Okay.
turn. Speaking about living, there's this one hypothetical I saw, and it's if you had a 50-50 chance between $100 billion and or instant death, would you take the chance?
Yeah.
And then, alright, now, once I saw this, I was like, that's pretty weird. And then the first comment I saw was, I just tried this out right now, and I would have lived.
Yeah, I saw that.
It immediately made me do it. And I said heads, I get the money, tails, I die. And I got 3 heads in a row.
Oh.
Wow, dude.
I
was
mean-
like,
You definitely
what
tried.
the-
Wait, actually, it depends on the death. Like,
Well,
It'd
it's
be-
assuming it's instantaneous, like
oh, then I'm taking that risk,
you
boys.
just die. Yeah, I
Like-
think. But what if it's like okay, either if you get tails, you're like tossed in a pit of like leopards or something, right? And then that's how you die, right? Would you want to do that still?
But would it be quick?
Oh,
Because I mean,
yes.
leopards aren't they like
Okay, no, it's one
instinctually,
leopard.
like kill
Are-
like trained by like instinct to just like kill as fast as possible so they can eat?
Well, they like maul you, don't they?
Well,
I
just
guess.
say it's like a tiger or something. Just something that would like that would like target you and want to kill you as fast as possible.
No, I mean you've seen those like kill other animals, but we've never heard like animals like their way of communicating that like something's hurting, right? But like, so it's gotta hurt though, right? Like,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't know. It'd be an easier question to ask or answer if you're like older, but I'd probably say
Yeah.
no.
I think I would say no in the long. Yeah. Overall, I think I'd say no. We're still pretty young.
So if it's like anything other than instantaneous death, then it's gonna be a no. But if it's like an
Yeah.
instantaneous death, I'm taking that risk.
You
Like,
get a long, painful death.
Cause I mean, like, think about it, right? That risk, that's worth it. Cause in the long run, dude, you can do so much with that money.
Exactly.
All right. So, I sent you guys something in the chat so you guys can get some
I see it. I got it.
ideas. But what's something that like you're surprised that's illegal? And I know something like because there's a lot of useless laws in the U.S. right that aren't enforced.
Yeah.
One of them, at least, I think for our county or like for my city at least, it's you can't go to the bathroom and use it while your window is open.
Like the bathroom window?
Yeah.
Wait,
Is that effective
like
everywhere?
Yeah, wait, where is
'Cause,
that?
Well, no, it's not enforced, but technically
Oh,
it's
yeah, yeah.
illegal. Or how you can't own cowboy boots with like if you don't own like 3 cows or something, horses. I'm not joking. That's like an actual law. But
Oh, wow.
like I said, it's not enforced,
the-
so it's not gonna get like arrested for it. Because everyone be out here being wearing cowboy boots because it's just like a fashion thing. But at the same time, it's like it's illegal, I guess. And like in technical terms, yeah, it is.
I didn't know that. That's crazy. I don't really know a lot of like laws or like those kind of like hidden like I guess because they're not enforced, they're not that known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really know a lot. Probably like the Kinder Egg thing, or generally in the U.S. or in the United States.
Yeah. How did that get banned?
I don't know. I thought because I didn't.
I thought it was like kids just kept on like choking on like the stuff in
Oh
it.
yeah, they had toys, didn't
Oh.
they?
Yeah, they had toys in the egg. It was like a hollow egg, and like kids kept on like
Yeah.
choking on it.
Yeah, I remember these.
Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they have them back now.
No, I think they're still illegal, aren't they?
No, they have like different versions. Like
Or
they're
yeah,
not.
it's not. Yeah, I don't think it's like the
I think
same
it's
with the
just-
toy in the middle, but I think it's still
It's
like
definitely
Kinder
not true.
Brand
Yeah,
chocolate.
they're still
Yeah,
like
I think
chocolate.
it's just like random stuff now, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's like a specific US variant.
Yeah.
Well, if it affects, that's weird. Like if it's like a safety hazard, is it not a safety hazard outside of the U.S.?
I don't know.
Because
Maybe
like
we're just
humans are
dumb.
the same on the other side of the border, right? I don't understand.
Maybe we're just dumb.
Maybe.
Okay.
Alright.
What's it called? One I just found right now. It's a federal crime to share your passwords for subscription services.
Oh,
Alright,
really?
so everyone.
Like
Wow.
that's
So 99%
That's
of the
sweet.
U.S.
Yeah, no.
population.
everyone's gonna go to jail.
It's also a crime federally for like animal abuse or like stuff like that. Like I forget what level it is, but it's like it's pretty up high there. Like it's actual like you can. What is it? It's I don't know. I don't remember the level, but it is a federal crime. Like you will get arrested for that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, because you're sharing. That's definitely legal.
Sharing is caring.
Exactly, helping people out. All right, that's the one.
Oh, is it my turn? All right.
Yeah.
I got a question that, or like a theoretical thing, but
All right.
you get $1 million, right?
All right.
But
Okay.
it's $100 that's taken away from 10,000 random people.
Oh, I saw this.
Oh.
If nobody knows that you got the money, would you take it? Why
Yes.
or why not? Why?
Because it's like when you look at it in a in a bigger perspective, it's not a lot of money you're taking from people. But then again, when you look like more specifically, it is messed up. But hey, give me that million.
Wait.
Well,
So how
I
much
guess
is
it
taken?
depends on the area, right?
Yeah, it probably depends on the
Wait, so how much
like
money is-
where.
It's $1 million, right, in
Okay.
total, but it's $100 from 10,000 random people.
Oh, it's 100 from. Okay.
Yeah, this is kind of
Um,
bland, like, or the.
That's
it's vague.
that's pretty bland. Or there's like multiple versions of this.
I would say I would take it, but like, there's also that slight chance that like
You're gonna
it's a very,
ruin
like,
someone.
Yeah,
impoverished-
you're definitely
yeah,
gonna
it's like a
screw
very
someone
impoverished family, and it's like, damn. But then I can spread the wealth back. You know what I'm saying? Like give them to charities. Cause I wouldn't
Yeah.
know what to do with that kind of money, honestly. Like if I had like something around like 200,000, I'd be like, all right, I'm giving out the rest. So that's
Yeah,
I'm skipping like 20% of that, give the rest away.
yeah. I think if it was like the question was only based here in like where we live, I'd
Only
definitely
in
do
Hollywood.
it.
I would
basically.
definitely, dude.
Yeah, like,
I'd be like, hey, can we raise it a bit more?
Yeah, but if it was like somewhere like in like Burma or something, I definitely would
God.
probably put it. Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah. All right, switching over to a more lighter topic. What's a cool movie fact that you know of? And I bring this up because I found this out a couple like I think like not that long ago. And it was that Tom Cruise does all his stunts, and he doesn't use a stunt double.
Wait, who?
Tom
Cruise.
Cruise.
I think Jackie Chan also does that, doesn't he?
Yeah, I believe he does too.
Yeah,
Oh,
that-
wow.
that man's made out of metal.
Yeah, I really found that out though. Like when they, like during the filming of Mission Impossible, the Fallout, like Tom Cruise, they had to stop production because he like sprained his ankle on set, and then like
Oh,
they revealed later on how like there's a chopper scene, or like from a scene where he's supposed to be dangling from a helicopter, and like he actually like fell, but he luckily like grabbed onto like the rope that was hanging from it, and he
Whoa.
didn't have like a harness or
Wow.
anything.
Oh my
And
god.
they use that clip in the movie.
That's insane.
It's actually insane. I don't know that just
I don't really watch.
ins-
I don't really watch a lot of movies, so I don't know what the movie factors be. But I knew of that Tom Cruise one too. or I knew like, yeah, basically, but yeah, that surprised me when I found out.
Yeah, the only other one that I know of is that, what is it, The Shining? When it did
Oh
the Hey
yeah,
Johnny scene, how they
Oh.
filmed that one like, what's that, like 100 something times? No, 70? I don't know, like some stupid amount of
Yeah.
times, right? Because it was like like that scene was like improv, right? Because that's what the actor said. What's his name? Like Jack Nicholson.
yeah,
Like that scene was improv, and then like he liked it, so like they kept on redoing it over and over and over because he wanted to get it like perfectly. It was like the heck. That's
yeah.
insane.
Apparently, that was like the majority of the time they spent filming in the
It
entire
was
movie.
crazy.
Wow.
So
What the
that's
heck?
crazy. Yeah, everything else was a ruse.
Or I know with that movie too, like what's it called? The the girl or whatever, that actor, they like never told her anything. And like they would purposely like try to scare her to like get that actual emotion in the movie.
Yeah,
A lot of
I,
movies do that though, yeah.
yeah. I imagine a lot of people
Yeah.
would try and do that.
Like I know for the Jurassic Park films and stuff, they do that a lot too.
Yeah, for a more like genuine response.
Yeah, because I mean, if you know like it's an animatronic, right? It's like I think that's kind of hard to act.
Well, how would you not? How would you know it's not though?
It's like, I mean,
Like, is it an actual dinosaur?
yeah, dude, with that.
Dude, oh my god, they brought an actual dinosaur.
I mean, like, okay, no, think about it, right? If they're told, like, oh, hey, by the way, there's gonna be an animatronic dinosaur coming, you get to scream. They're like, okay, right? I feel like that would be harder than they're just like, oh, hey.
If you
you're
just
gonna
walked
be-
in a room
like,
or something?
Yeah, they're gonna be like, oh, hey, you're gonna be inside this ball unrestricted to move, right? And it's like, so just act natural. So they don't know anything, right? So it's like the same scene, but given different instructions because they don't know anything. And then all of a sudden, there's like a giant animatronic dinosaur trying to break into like the constricted and confined room that you have. I feel like there's a big
Yeah.
difference of like saying, "Oh, it's
Yeah.
an animatronic dinosaur," to like, "Oh, by the way, we didn't tell you that you're gonna be attacked."
I mean, I guess it depends from movie to movie, but like, cause for that one, I imagine like if it was me, I'd probably like start laughing though. Cause like that does, it looks funny, doesn't it? I mean, like, I
Yeah.
don't know. Without, like, the
Something's trying to
touch-up-
kill you, starts
No,
laughing.
I mean, it looks funny without like all the touch-ups they do, like post production, like
Yeah.
probably like
yeah,
not
I
all the
get
movie or the music too. It's
All
probably
right. I want to ask this question, if we had the full crew here, but because I want to hear their stories though. But what's the hardest that you or someone else you know has raged in a video game?
Raged in a video game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait.
oh,
Wait. What was that?
okay, I
Yeah,
have
you
one.
go. You go.
My stepbrother. I just remember one time it was with our PS3, and he destroyed that thing so much. I felt bad for it. But I remember this one time, like, I forget what he's playing. What's it called? But he died or something, and he didn't like save his progress, so like he had to basically start all the way from the beginning. And he like got up, was like trying to bend the controller, or he was trying to break it, and then like he just threw it at like a window, and he ended up breaking the window.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
Luckily, it was like a small window, but still, he got flamed pretty hard.
Yeah. I mean, mine weren't. That's like your like classic, like you throw something and break something, right? But like mine would probably been like all verbal. I think because like it's horrible. I'd say it's worse. Like when you
I-
say so-
Verbal
Yeah,
would be
it's worse.
scary.
Yeah, I know, but like it's worse because you feel like garbage. But like I don't know, it's
Wait.
actually horrible.
Actually, wait. If someone wants to share the story, I was gonna say the one where like when we barely knew each other, right? Like when we first met.
When was that? Wait, what do you mean?
The
I don't
Minecraft
remember.
one.
Oh no.
What do you mean?
We're playing. Like, do you want me to say it?
Just to explain it.
All right.
No, wait. Oh, wait. Just like no, don't do that one. I'll say one. I remember
Alright.
I was playing, or no, it was our friends. I'll just call them like 1 and 2.
Friend, one
I
of
think
my-
I'm 1 and 2.
thing
They were playing. They were playing this game and like it was like a survival game where you build and stuff. It wasn't Minecraft, but it was something else. And basically the first person destroyed what the second person built. They were like playing for a while.
Oh no.
Was it Creativerse?
Yeah. it was. And I don't know. The first person didn't think it was like that big of a deal, right? Because I guess they're just like their nature is just like I don't know. They're just really troll, and like he just destroyed everything he worked on for like that time that they played.
Oh
And
my
like,
god.
oh my god, it was just a complete surprise too. And the second person just comes in, he just logs in and he just sees it, and he just got so sad. I felt so bad.
Oh.
Yeah, it was so sad, and it was. I mean, I say like it was sad, but it was actually like
Dude, I remember
It was
that.
bad. It was pretty bad.
It wasn't me though. I didn't do it. Just to, like to clarify, I didn't do that.
Oh
But
my god.
I remember I was in the call that when it was happening.
Oh really? I think I was stupid not for that long because it was like
No,
I wasn't. I don't think I played.
I couldn't
I
run
don't
it.
know.
I remember
It was
back
funny,
then I
though.
couldn't run
Well, when when I think back on it, it was pretty funny.
it. I really want to share the one with Esteban because I think that was the first time we've ever.
Wait,
made
let me try
Dreamwreck.
remembering. Let me try remembering.
Because if Esteban remembers it. So in the meantime, I'll just say for me, like my rage, it only goes as far as like I don't know. I guess screeching or yelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Like I don't really try to do anything destructive because it's like everything or a lot of stuff that I have, right? I bought with my own money, so I'm like I don't want to risk it. So I'm like, I'll just yell, or like, yeah, that's basically it. But for my brothers, though, yeah, they'll go crazy. And,
Well, I don't remember what you wanted to say, but like, is it really bad?
no, not really.
Well, whatever then.
Hey,
Yeah.
worst case scenario, we can
hey.
edit it out.
Yeah. If I don't remember, it didn't happen. So you just go ahead and say.
All right, so it was like, dude, when was it? 7th grade? It had to be
Wait,
7th grade.
don't be very specific though.
I'm trying to remember. Okay.
Well, whatever. Just
So we're playing on Minecraft, right? We're just playing like on a random. I forget what server we're playing. We're playing on just on a random server, right? We're playing like mini games, and I forgot what I did that set you off. I don't even
Oh
remember.
no.
It was probably something like
stop,
really,
dude. All right.
it was like something really dumb. Like I think I was like, oh, I remember we were just trolling you, right? Because you were like, oh, I've never raised. I don't think I've ever in my life.
Oh, I think I remember.
and then,
What?
And then so we got in the mini game and we kept team killing him, right? Because he was like, I was like, there's no way, right? So I was like, this tilts anyone fast. So I pushed him really far, and and then he ended up leaving the group because it was me and Vincent. Vincent was the part of this. He was like, I'm playing with Vincent. I'm not playing with you anymore. I'm like, why, dude? I'm like, it was funny. And then I was like, you're not mad, are you? Because you said you don't rage. He's like, no,
yeah,
I'm
when
not.
you said that part, it's like, oh, but you're not mad, are you, dude? Like, that's a tilter.
So like at that point, I was actually genuinely confused of like what was happening. But he got mad, and I think after that, everyone just got off, and we came back the next day.
Now, I don't remember this, but we were like 10.
We were young, but I remember.
There's no way.
And now we constantly yell and scream.
Things have gone definitely for the worse after that.
Yeah.
Alright, that's the one.
I was gonna talk. Well, okay. Well, I was gonna talk about how in a lot of jobs, a 99% success rate is considered really good. But the question is like, what employer would consider this success rate to be a poor performance?
For what?
Like
To
Like
have
in
a
general, like-
99% success.
Yeah, for whatever you're doing.
I'm trying to think. What would that be?
Yeah, that's.
Like, I'm thinking of like engineering jobs, right? Like, you will want that stuff. Like, especially
Yeah,
there's-
with like all the years in research we've done. It's like I feel like 99% wouldn't be good enough, but I don't know if it is.
Probably not, because like, say for like a bridge, like a lot of people.
Say
go
you
over
build
it, and it's,
100 bridges.
Oh,
Like,
one
yeah,
fail.
and like one of them, yeah, and then multiply that by however many occurrences you have. That's gonna be very bad. Like a lot of people dying. but I was also thinking like in any medical field.
Oh,
Like, yeah,
Yeah, I can
'cause,
see that.
I mean,
yeah,
I
you
would say
definitely
the
want to be
medical
accurate.
field would have to be to an extent, right? Because it's like some
Yeah, it
stuff.
depends.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can't help it. But yeah. What about you, James?
The first thing I was kind of thinking of was like maybe like a truck driver or something.
Dude.
Like, say you
Yeah.
make like 100 trips across the nation, and then just like one of them you just say like you get really tired or something, you fall asleep, and then you end up killing like a ton of
Oh my
people.
god.
Well, that,
Or like I know what's it called? They do like there's truckers that go all the way up to like Alaska or something, and that's pretty like dangerous.
I imagine, yeah. It's for like any like sort of work where it's like really like straining or like time or it's like you need like that amount of focus over a large like stretch of time. Yeah, I imagine it's gonna be hard, but
All right.
I'm interested. Like, what actually would that be bad for? 'Cause, I mean, that sounds like a pretty good thing.
I could like hold on. Let me see.
That
Click
Even
on
in
it.
like programming, that's a pretty good thing. That means like that's pretty like
yeah, cause then
bug free and like crash proof at that point. That's like a perfect program.
Oh, it says here a pilot's landing
yeah, I
Oh.
can see that.
must be better than 90%.
Yeah, or just like a pilot in general.
Or cook. Think about it, right? You don't want to get like salmonella or like some other like bacteria.
Yeah. Or any like alert system.
Oh, that would be
Oh.
terrible.
Yeah.
Hawaii,
Hey, that's
the
probably what
Hawaii.
happened with Hawaii.
Yeah.
Hawaii alert system.
What else? Defusing bombs. That's kind of.
That's
I mean, it's kind of like self-explanatory, right? Where like if you fail, then you die. Like.
yeah.
That's pretty. Actually, that's 100% sex race. There's no
Yeah.
way. All right.
All right, next question. Now this one, I've personally felt this on like, I've had this happen to me, but the question is, what's the worst pain you've ever physically felt? And for me, I just remember it was during like my eighth grade, or yeah, during eighth grade, and we went to like some field trip to the park, and I just remember like we were messing around, and there's this like huge field, and we are like, yo, let's just like run across it and just do weird stuff. So I was like, yo, watch this, and I like rolled on the floor. You know how like you just like tumble,
Yeah.
and I remember I did it like once or twice, and I was like, yo, like I can build up momentum, and then like I ran and did it,
God.
and then like I just remember like rolling over and then like just not being able to get up. Like my back, I was like, my back was on the floor and I just couldn't get up. And I was like, and then like I couldn't breathe for a moment. I was like grasping, I was like struggling to breathe. And then I was just like, in in my mind, I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
You
then
just try to look.
I
for
did.
the
I just stood there for like like maybe like 5 seconds, and then after a while, I was able to like breathe again. But then like when I got up, like my back just hurt so much, and then like I was just like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna walk across the field. But like it just like it was just like a deep pain in my chest, and then like I couldn't breathe. It was insane.
Wow, that might come back to screw you like 30 years from now.
Maybe I don't know, but that's like that's the only time I've ever had that. So
That's crazy. Just from rolling? Like,
yeah,
That's
I was just rolling.
Must
He's
have been
going-
Like I
hard
was
for
so
that.
scared
He was rolling through space and time when he came back.
because I literally couldn't breathe for like a solid 5 seconds.
Dude, for me, it was probably when my appendix decided to like fail on me.
Oh, I remember that.
That stuff, like any internal pain. Oh my, dude,
It's
it's
so
actually
terrible.
terrible. Like I've never broken a bone in my life, right? I've gotten like mild fractures for like really dumb stuff, but like even then, like they're very very mild, right? Like it's like oh, it's like whatever, it's just some swelling within it, so it's like nothing. But when like, my appendix started to like swell up and stuff, dude. It was like, Jesus, like your organs on the inside, right? They get like some bruising on it. It moves it up, and it's the worst. And then the surgery afterwards, that pain is even like it like if it wasn't bad just from experiencing all of that, after you wake up from the surgery, it's even worse because you just got like 3 incisions in you and they cut off like the appendix. So it was
Yeah,
like
that's yikes.
because I remember that night, like I couldn't, cause I can't like stand. At least that night, I couldn't stand up on my own. So like doing any kind of like sitting up motion, right, was terrible.
Yeah. I remember because I had my appendix taken out too, but I don't really remember as much pain like before the surgery itself. Maybe because did yours burst?
No, mine
Like-
didn't burst.
Wait,
caught it.
because can you wait? Do you normally? Does people's appendices like normally burst? Because you die, right?
I know it no. Well,
If it bursts, it has the possibility of killing. I believe it
yeah.
has the possibility of being fatal because like depending on how violent it is, then yeah,
Yeah.
it can affect the organs. Otherwise, I think you just take like antibiotics just for all the bacteria that was in it.
Yeah, but I think the most pain probably after the surgery. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying? Because
yeah.
I think because standing up and like doing everything
Yeah.
like, oh god, it hurt and like other bodily functions like didn't like weren't like fine either. Like it was messed up.
Yeah. That was
It
that's when
was
like I
bad.
actually realized like how much of our core muscles we use for like everyday tasks
Yeah.
that you wouldn't think of.
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
walking, standing up, sitting. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, mine was quite a bit ago though. I don't really remember that much. But yours was recent, right? Yours
Yeah, it
was
was like last year.
yeah, that's crazy.
So wait, it's my turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So what's the craziest deja vu moment that you guys have ever had?
I have probably a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, I've had this happen like multiple times. We're just like, especially it happened to me, especially during school.
Yeah, I was
Like
gonna
I
say.
remember it happened to me just last year for like during our chemistry test. Uh, like I just remember like taking the test and then out of nowhere I had to stop. Like I just stopped and I'm like, I swear I've done this before.
Like it's like you're
Like
being
I've
played
taken
back
this
to your
exact.
body. Yeah.
I haven't taken this exact test. Like one of the questions, I could have sworn I've read it before.
Probably chances are you probably did because that's what our chemistry. teacher
No,
did,
and then,
right?
But then like, actually maybe you're right. But I don't know. But it's even happened to me like in ninth grade too, with especially in our language arts classes, where like, I felt like I'm reliving that moment.
For me, in school, it's like it's kind of weird because like I can like I don't know. I feel like I've been through entire events, right? Like I remember last year in our history class, at least, like some of the stuff that we did in that class, right? I would just kind of like stop and be like, wait, I'm pretty sure we've done this at least like 3 times before, when we haven't, right? Because like we've never done something like that at all, especially in like some like games or activities we did in that class. I would like there'd be like certain times like I swear to God like I would predict what someone else would say like up to like 5 people after them, and it's like I would just look at it and I'm like, this isn't real. I'm like, maybe, I don't know. It was the freakiest thing for me, at least, because I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. That was like at least the farthest that I've ever had a deja vu to like, at least in that degree, of like, it lasted for so long.
What about you,
I
Essen?
I don't remember. Like, it's like it's kind of like if it does happen, it's kind of insignificant because like it happens so much, and I just like yeah, whatever. I
okay.
just forgot.
Oh, do you have another question, Esteban? We got one lined up ready.
Oh God. All right. Well, what is the strangest human interaction you've ever had? Wait, maybe we should skip that one.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should just skip that.
Let me see. What is the worst movie you've ever seen?
The worst movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard. I don't watch that many movies.
Oh wait, how about what is the worst thing you've ever seen?
The
worst thing?
I've
Actually,
ever
wait, let's
seen.
skip down to
I was gonna say, yeah, we've seen a lot of like dark
worst
stuff.
piece of advice you've ever been given.
first piece of advice I've ever been given.
Whoa.
Wait.
Oh, actually, I think I remember it.
Okay,
Like
alright.
the one that really the one that like I realized like yo like I should maybe like actually pay attention to that. It was like when I was leaving middle school or like when we just graduated from middle school, and like one of our friends, her mom, she was just like always like lifting everyone's like motivation up. She was like, "Oh, like make sure you study. You'll all do good on tests. You're all gonna do good in like life and stuff." And then like on the last day of school that we were there, we were given these like notebook things that we can just go around and have like teachers sign. And I had her sign mine, and it was basically just what she wrote was basically along the lines of like, uh, don't be afraid to like dream big, because maybe one day you'll end up reaching that dream or whatever. And that's when I was like, huh, that just really stuck
Stop
with
being
me.
a loser.
I'm like, hey, maybe life's worth it, dude.
For me, I think the one that's actually stuck with me is that I think it's given by my own parents. It's just that even for an action that may be insignificant to us can affect someone else greatly. And
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know, I never really thought about it like that. I was given that when I was like a lot younger. So it's like, when I do things, I kind of like think I'm like, should I do it? And sometimes I'm like, yeah, whatever. But then like I see the consequences of it, and I'm like, huh. So like I experimented with that a lot, and then I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like I'm a lot more mindful of my actions. Because of like,
Yeah.
it's like I've seen the repercussions of it, not just for myself, but from others and stuff. And like what other people have done, I'm like, that's, I don't know. Like I've never really seen that effect into play until like it was brought to my attention to focus on it when I was at a really young age. So I don't know. That's something that it's probably stuck with me.
Yeah. I'd probably say. Wait, are we? Because I asked the worst piece of advice.
The worst piece
Oh,
of
wait, you said
advice?
worse? I thought you said
Yeah,
first.
okay. No.
I thought you said
I said
first.
worst.
Yeah, I
But
thought you said
I thought you guys were
first.
saying the best you were given.
No, I was saying like
No.
the first.
Oh, first. I can't remember back to the first, but I'll
Well,
probably
like
say
the
like
first one
first
that
one that
like really
stuck.
stuck. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, something really memorable. Like 8th grade, our teacher, our science teacher,
Yeah.
uh, or she wasn't really our science teacher, but she was like
Oh,
the
the
one
student
doing
teacher.
everything, right? Yeah.
Just yeah.
At the end of the year, she gave everyone like a letter thing, right? About like, I don't know, like how cool the year was. And like, I thought that was really nice. And like, how the student teacher did like a lot more than what the actual teacher did. I don't know. And like what she wrote in there it was really nice.
Like meaningful and stuff.
Yeah. But it was something along the lines of like, whatever James said, like, dream big or whatever. But it was, I don't know. I feel like she was the best teacher we had out of everyone, and she was the least qualified to be one, strangely.
No, for me, I don't like that piece of advice. For me, that's like the worst
Really?
advice for me.
What,
Well,
dream big?
Well,
Yeah.
I guess I'm talking about the gesture then. The
Yeah.
letter. But-
Well, I mean, for you, yeah, it could be the best. But I'm saying, like, for me, it's like that's
Yeah,
like in
whatever.
the topic of like the worst advice. For me, that's the worst for me. That's someone.
yeah, because it's kind of like forehead, right? It's kind of like vague.
Forehead.
Well, no, because
Yeah,
okay,
it's
for
like-
me, it's like I don't know. For me, like I'm a really weird person, right? Like the way that like I think and stuff, right? Like, I genuinely kind of fear success because I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do with that. Like, kind of, I don't know. Like that, at that position.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't want to succeed, but at the same time I don't want to fail. So I'm always having this constant thing of like, okay, let me just like not do that. But then once I see it, I'm like, it's kind of going downhill. Let me like bring it up a little. So it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's like
crazy.
it's every time someone's like, oh, like dream big or aim like higher than stuff. I'm like, no. It's like it scares me because it's like I don't know what lies at that point. And it's like I don't want to screw over so many other people because of my mistakes, like because of the success that I could potentially have. It's like I limit myself from it.
Yeah.
I guess following up on that then, what's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
The best.
For me, I received this like kind of indirectly and directly, and it was just like over the past like couple years actually. It was you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and that's like, ever since I saw that, like, all right, I saw it in one of our teachers' classrooms,
I
and then
remember
I'm
that
like,
poster.
yeah, it's still,
Was it
it's
was it a
still up
Michael
there.
Jordan one?
Nah, no, no, it just shows
There's
like
so
a picture
many
of like a hockey
variations of
stick.
I guess. Oh yeah, was it
Like
hockey? Oh, I
our
don't
teacher
remember.
still has that poster up. But no, I saw that and I'm like, oh. And then like our comp sci teacher, he said it to us in our game dev class, and I'm like, oh, there it is again. But like that has like really stayed with me. Just like you won't like you just you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Forehead.
That stayed with me more like as a joke though. Like it's kind of funny though. Just because like how I don't know. I feel like it's dumb because you
Really?
do miss 100% of the shots. you
Yeah.
take.
All right. When you take it literally, yeah, it's not gonna make any
Yeah,
sense. But it's supposed to like encourage you to like take risk and stuff because you never know.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, that's the one that's like greatly impacted me. What about you guys?
I would say maybe like try not to live life with like regret or hate because I mean like because I remember I tried to like at least for like a good couple months like a couple years ago I faced what was it? I don't know. I just kind of like looked at everything, kind of just like hated a lot of stuff, and like looking back on it now, or like every time I like, reflect on it, it's like it takes up a lot of energy to always be like regretful, sad, or like hateful.
Yeah.
It's a lot of energy. Like if you actually look back on
Like
it.
you're really going out of your way to
Yeah.
like really hate everything.
Or
I
even
had
if you're
that
not.
phase.
Yeah, even if you're not even going out of your way, it's just like if you're just doing it like subconsciously or whatever, like it's still a lot of energy. And like, it's just you just don't have the time or energy to do that. It's like put your energy to something else. Wait, what happened? Hello?
What about you, S1?
Sorry. Did your mic cut out?
S1, we can't hear you anymore. It shows your light
I keep seeing
going
everyone's
up, but we
light.
can't.
I keep seeing everyone's light, but no one's like.
Wait, no. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but your light keeps coming on for like 3 seconds and like nothing talks, but I can hear you.
S1, try
Alright.
again.
Yeah.
There you.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Wait, what was the question? Can you repeat the question?
It's what's the best piece of advice you've ever
Oh.
received?
I'll just repeat the one I said.
Oh, okay.
Alright. And then. Oh, are you gonna repeat it?
The one I said.
What
No,
was
no,
the one
yeah,
you
we know what
Yeah,
you
just
said.
go back
said? I
to the-
forgot!
Whatever our 8th grade science.
It was
teacher
the
found that, like,
basically
Oh,
dream
yeah,
big
yeah,
one.
the dream big one,
No,
okay.
yeah, the dream big.
Alright.
Alright, your turn.
Alright. What's a sequel that you guys believe is like actually as good as an original or like better?
Alright, it hasn't come out yet, but I really think the second part. Well, I don't know if it'd be a sequel, but the second part to Infinity War.
Well, I mean a sequel or prequel, yeah, same difference.
I think that's gonna be really good.
I
Just
think,
because the first part left everyone with so many questions, and it did what not many movies do, and it ended off the movie like terribly. Sorry, spoilers by the way. I'm sorry.
Well, who hasn't seen it? Whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, but I
everyone
really think the second part is gonna be really good.
has. Right. What about you, Esteban?
I don't know. Like a sequel to a movie?
Or a prequel.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. If
Or
it's not the
yeah.
original, what do you think is actually as good or better than it?
I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of movies. Probably, I'd just say like maybe The Dark Knight to the first one or whatever.
Oh, those movies are good.
Yeah, they were.
I would say personally Shrek 2. All right. I mean, like
Really?
I'm not
What?
joking. Like, okay, have you guys seen the original Shrek and then watched Shrek 2?
Yeah.
That's a whole nother
I've never seen Shrek,
Wait,
experience.
actually.
Shrek 2 is the one where he becomes a human, right?
Yeah,
I refuse.
Really?
that movie is
There's
so
no
good.
way.
You can
I hate Shrek.
Don't at me. Don't at me.
I don't know, like I was never really like a huge fan of Shrek, so I was just like, Shrek, whatever.
I mean, okay, away from the memes and all the jokes from Shrek, I honestly believe like you cannot get a better sequel to a movie than Shrek 2. Because if you look at how the first one ended and established itself, right? That's an okay film, right? And I'm not saying Shrek 2 is like the best film, right? But I'm saying in terms of like
After talking about Shrek 2.
but like categorized as a sequel, right? Where its job is to expand upon like I guess like the lore, right? And like the themes and like just like and bring more character development. Shrek 2 is like
Yeah.
the perfect sequel.
I guess. Technically. Or
But as a movie, I would still say it's pretty good, but nowhere near the best.
Alright.
Okay. Your turn, Esteban.
I got what's the dumbest thing you thought as a child or like when you were younger?
The dumbest? Huh.
Wait, the dumbest
Hello?
thing I've ever done?
To be honest, I can't like remember like the stuff
Yeah,
I
bro.
believed in when I was like younger.
Maybe
Uh,
like I don't know.
That's a hard
Well,
question. Cause
yeah,
That's
a
a hard, that's a hard question.
Because how would I know if something I believe
how
in right
about-
now is
okay.
dumb?
What's a weird or scary childhood memory that you didn't realize the weirdness or seriousness of it until later?
A weird.
Oh,
Wait, that's weird. Wait, hold on.
Wait.
Wait, that's weird. I have one. Wait, so just
Okay,
like a
alright.
memory that
Okay,
you have?
but- yeah, you're comfortable with sharing it. Yeah, whatever.
All right, it's pretty. It's a bit scary. I won't
All
lie.
right, it's mom. Yeah, all right, whatever.
All right. So basically, I was hanging out with one of my middle school friends, and
Yeah.
he was like, "Yo, come over to my house this weekend or Friday, and let's just hang out." And I'm like, "Okay." And I guess like he had an older brother. I think he was like 17 or 18,
Oh god.
and they were having a party, and they had like one of those bounce houses, and it was a bounce house full of just like all like 17 to 18-year-olds, so they were like much bigger than us. And my friend and I were like, "Yo, let's go in there with them, just mess around." And then I remember we got in there, and then like within 5 seconds, they're like, "Yo, let's tip this thing over." So everyone just like started leaning on the walls, and then like they put us like, they're like, "Yo, lean on that wall," and it was like.
That's the best.
Yeah, they told us to lean on a
Yeah.
wall, and then like literally 2 seconds after like leaning on it, like the whole thing, like basically, it doesn't like fly like land on its side all the way. It like it's almost like diagonal. But I remember
Yeah.
like I was basically like stuck in like almost like a V shape between like the floor and then like the actual bounce house like on top of me.
Oh my god.
And yeah, and like when I was a kid, I was like, "Yo, like this kind of sucks. Can I get some help?" Then like after like 30 seconds or something, like it went back to normal and I got out. And at the moment, I was like, that was pretty weird." And like I looked back at it, I'm like, "Holy crap,
Yeah.
that's
Wow.
insane."
For weirdness, dude. I'm trying to think. Not weirdness or the seriousness. Oh, actually, I guess. Okay, so this morning, right?
Oh no.
I was doing yard work, right? Just like mowing my lawn and stuff. But when we were putting all the tools back, right? Every dog in my block, right, and the next block over, they were all barking and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And like I didn't think too much of it. I was like, okay, whatever. You're just being loud, right? And then my dog is with me, right, in the garage because we're putting everything away. Like I just finished cutting the yard, so my dog is with me in the garage, right? He even runs back inside, right? This
Oh
dog
my God.
would rather run away from home and come back like 6 hours later than actually run back inside immediately. So when I saw that, I was like, that's kind of weird, but I didn't think too much of it. And then my older brother came outside. It's like, oh, hey, where you at? And I'm like, oh, I'm just like putting all the stuff away. So I mean, he almost put the stuff away. But then we look out to the street, and like we see this giant like canine, right?
Oh my.
And we're like, oh, it's just our neighbor's dog. Whatever, we'll just give him back. But then we look at it, it's like, no, the fur on it, right? That's all raggedy and stuff. And then I was like, oh, that's a coyote.
It was
Oh my god.
a random wall.
It was a Yeti. It was the Sasquatch.
Like, dude, and the size of the coyote, like,
Was it huge?
it was like, okay.
Yeah, wait, how big
Do you know
was it?
like a full grown golden retriever, right?
Uh-huh.
Like on all fours. You know how tall that is?
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
I
that's
would say it was a
pretty-
bit.
it's
I would
pretty
say it's
tall.
like a decent chunk taller than that. Like
What the heck?
not exactly my height, but like I would say up to like my chest. So like, I don't know,
Wow.
like
Yeah,
4
that's
feet
crazy.
9 or something. I don't know. It was
Oh my god.
dude. It was a tall coyote that was built and like, it was like huge, right? And like, and that's when it hit me. I was like, oh, it was serious.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah,
Wow,
it
that's
was.
crazy.
So yeah, that was
Did you try and take it in?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
try to
just-
take it in as your own, dude.
I'm just
You try feeding it, you give it water.
just realizing now, like, that's a giant coyote. That's like the biggest I've ever seen.
Coyotes are weird. Like where I used to live, it was like on a hill, and like sometimes coyotes would come down from the hill. And I remember like walking to school one day, and like there was a coyote in the middle of my path, and I'm like, what do I do? So I just like went around, and he just like he looked at me for a second, and then he just started walking the other direction, like started like going into the bush, and I was just like, that's weird.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck?
Alright, Espen, you got one final story to end it off?
Yeah.
I have a question. Well, yeah. What glamorized career is actually a nightmare to work in?
Wait, what?
Wait.
Like, what career is made to be like?
Wait, I
what's-
thought you were gonna. Did you
No,
go
I'm
for the
thinking about
question?
a
Oh
story.
wait, what? Oh wait, you mean the story to answer my question?
Yeah, wait. I
Oh.
thought, yeah, you gotta answer your own
It's like the
question.
final
what
thing.
was it? Wait, what was the question? It was like,
It was what's like
The
Oh,
weirdness memory or something.
I don't know.
something that like happened long ago, but then now you find it like
I don't really
It's
It was
like
remember.
the seriousness of it or the weirdness of it.
I don't really remember the anything really about when I was younger. I don't know.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
Alright.
on that note, we're gonna
Yeah, we get it.
end the
Okay.
podcast.
All right.
So, yeah, this is what episode is this? 9. I still got to upload 8.
I think this is 9. Yeah.
9. This is an experiment of just, I don't know. We're going. What's that word called? I forgot the word.
New content.
Improvising. This is like an improvised one.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes and ends up. Final rendition. But yeah, this has been Emiliano, Esteban, and James, and we'll see you guys in the next podcast. If there's
Goodbye.
All right. Goodbye.